Okay.
Unfortunately,
Actually,
the stream
Jill's
did
correct.
not hear you cuss out Dane Cook, but
I live by that though. Fuck Dane Cook.
Ladies and
Jill's
gentlemen,
correct.
welcome back to Dicefunctional Campaign 2. Where we last left off, the Neighborhood Watch had just gotten themselves into another batch of trouble, this time over in the city of Elbadil. They went there to try and retrieve the daughter of the party's detective, Darius, and her spouse, Celebrin. You guys managed to find their daughter, as well as a bunch of other children who looked to be in a very bad state. But you also met the one, the only Oriol Merixel, the leader of a dangerous gang, or almost like a mafia, called the Family. Oriol was fairly polite to you all, but showed that he is more than brutal enough to people he does not like, as before leaving with you all, he crushed the abusive orphanage owner with a bare hand. So, you guys decided to take him along in the cart with you. You guys also now have a bunch of children that Celebrin is working on figuring out where they need to go. But you guys also managed to kill a few people who were there waiting to ambush you all, and took one of them, two of them, hostage, if I recall correctly. Then you began making your way over to Calhay. No, I said it right, Calhay. And that is where we picked up. Right now, you guys are maybe a few hours out of Elbadil at this point. Probably about, I'm going to say like half a day's travel. You're still in the cart currently, so if there's anything that you guys need to do right now, let me know.
We were in the middle of a divination spell.
Ah, yes, there was also the
Mhm.
divination you were in the middle of. So, I gave you guys some time to think over questions to ask for the divination. Did you guys settle on that?
I believe so. Kind of.
technically, yes.
Okay. What would the question be?
I think we were deciding on if Jay would be okay if we didn't immediately go to him.
Yeah. Essentially, do we need to reach him within the next week?
Yeah. Like,
And it's totally a different Shay. It's not the Shay that Oriole
yeah,
knows. It's
not
a different
the
Shay.
totally different
Really
Shay.
common name.
Yeah.
You know.
But I feel horrible pushing him off, but like more not important, but like urgent things keep coming up.
I'm sensitive.
Time sensitive things.
My favorite number, Jess. Nice job. Not sure how you rolled a 13 out of 666 options, but you did.
Didn't I run a 661 last week?
That's something like that.
Yeah.
I rolled a
God has cursed me
658
for my
today.
God has cursed me for my hubris, and it is only a matter of time until he strikes me down.
It happens
Yeah,
to
I
the best
think-
of us.
Probably already strikes you down quite a bit.
Every
So,
time you roll a 1, it is a lightning bolt directly from God.
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Which
so-
one?
No,
Jolly,
it's when you roll a 2, because then you can't
have
get
you-
the benefit.
Jolly, have you settled on what question you want to ask?
Sure. I
Okay.
guess.
What would it be?
Let me look at the to-do list again. Would we need to rescue Shay immediately from the mysterious threat?
Let's see. Divination. Do I have to answer yes or no, or am I able to answer maybe?
Answering maybe to a question like that is fucked up, Connor. You know that, right?
I think
I
it's
think
a yes or no, unless if it too ambiguous to be able to be answered in that way.
I think the answer should be a little pop-up at the top of our vision HUD pops up and says quest updated, and then we go look and Shay's quest is grayed out.
That
You're
would
too
be
late.
cruel.
Also, if it would let
Um,
me into Foundry, that would be so cool.
Yeah, that'd
Oh, I
also
don't know
be
why it doesn't
counter
let you
to
in.
What Connor said, which was like all of the side quests wouldn't be like something horrible happened because we didn't do them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's certainly not horrible for the world. Horrible for a character, maybe.
No.
Now you're
Um,
Shame.
backpedaling.
So let me double check the exact wording. So yeah, to the question, would Shay be in danger? The answer is yes.
Within a week.
Within
From
the
now?
next week, yes.
Well.
We might wanna go after Shay then.
Then we have to go back.
Hey Michelle, we can't hear you.
Oh my god, you're so muted.
You did. Whoopsies. No.
Classic Michelle.
Classic. Classic. We gotta go deal with that then.
Yeah, I'd feel really bad if he died when we kept doing other things.
Yeah.
Probably about time. It's probably about time we just go to him, so we can drop off our guests, take care of the children, and go find Shay.
Can I make a recommendation?
Sure.
Where are we sending the children?
That is the question. We need to find out if any of the children still have parents that want them. If they're a
Yeah,
similar
that's-
situation to you and Bren, and if so, if their parents are ready to take them back. And otherwise, we can just we can put them in a better place than we found them. I know in Girvan there's a program through Althea's church to put children into good families, good homes. That's an option.
You're gonna send them to a fucking church?
It's not to the church, it just goes through the church because they know the community.
I don't like sending them to a church.
Yeah, they're nice people.
Religion.
So,
You're not-
so we either send the children to the church or to a gang. Those are our only options.
Oh, I don't like
No,
that
it's-
choice either.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's a option, and again, not sending them to a church. It's just helping them find family.
The alternative would be to release them all into the wild and create a highly debated literary work off of their experiences.
Get your Lord of the Fly shit out of here.
Wait, I need to actually check. Bryn may have written a book like that.
Bryn
You
wrote,
elect a leader.
Bryn wrote fantasy
had-
Lord of the Flies.
Connor, you had no input on anything I wrote, and you didn't say no, so you can't say no. Let me double check what Bryn wrote, because I know there's one called The Lady of the Beatles.
Oh my god.
Should be King of the Locusts instead of Lord of the Flies.
Oh yeah, a group of student researchers get stranded on Danos, the flying city in the sky.
Oh my
With no knowledge of
God.
when they'll be noticed missing, these 10 teens are left to figure out how to survive in an untamed city of old. Power structures rise and fall, beasts of every manner hunt them, and their own nightmares lurk around the corner. They become a cult to the big fish that you can see in the aquarium.
The big catfish.
A big fucking fish.
Came back.
Be a bit more.
There's a Lord of the Flies already that exists there.
So fucking funny, actually.
I suppose that the people of my village would be welcome to looking after them for a short period, but probably not all of them.
Isn't your village cultists, or is that just your family?
No, that was a different organization, completely unrelated. The village that I'm from is somewhat remote, mostly farmers, hunters. The major economy there is textiles and people who are hired to help track big game and the like.
Where's this at?
I don't think we ever settled on an exact location, but it's pretty far in the wilderness.
Yeah, we never settled on the exact location, but it is not a named town that's on the map currently because it is a very small town.
I think it would probably be most likely somewhere around here. Like forest on the other side of Orpheus.
Oh, near the cat village.
That village was down there.
I thought it was up this way.
It's marked off right there as Thrall.
Yeah.
Well, I'm losing my mind then.
But if anyone
Isn't Thrall the
wanted to
cat
get
village that we found?
Yeah, that's what we
That's what
just
we're
said.
talking
Oh, sorry, I'm taking notes.
Oh, Jack was
Sometimes I was catching up on the notes.
yeah,
I didn't
if anyone
hear them say.
if anyone wanted to get to my village, they'd have to cross through or around the large mountains right by Orpheus.
Yes, we've been there.
Hey, Kaz.
Yeah.
Weird question.
What?
How open do you think your parents would be to having a bunch of little ones running around?
I mean, to be honest, we don't really raise a lot of kids, but then again, most of them are from Thornhurst, so they're used to the whole get away from the bad place life.
I know where my vote lies.
Unfortunately, I think my vote's also with the carnival.
Why don't we
I
give
think we
them
should
the
send
choice?
these children.
Hold on, Granny. I want you to think about this very carefully.
I'm not.
Fitz, I think.
No.
Hold on.
It's
Fitz,
a
I think you and I
foster
have reached
system.
Shush. I think Fitz and I have reached the same conclusion. Alright, Fitz, let's me and you act it out real quick. Alright, children. Would you rather go through a foster system that is ran by the church down in, Goran, or would you rather go join the circus?
Circus, 100%. I am 8 years old, and I love the circus. They've got clowns and probably snacks.
Well, some of the older children might not want that. I'm just saying. Or maybe they do. If they all want to go, that's fine. I just think we should
Give them the choice.
give them the choice.
Well, try locating
Unless-
the families first, and then we'll see how many and what
Well,
they
after
want
that,
to do.
yeah.
I'm really rooting for these kids not to choose a gang. Really
Yes.
rooting for it. I mean, I'll support them if they do, but it's not my first
Same.
choice.
And if any of them have families that aren't ready to accept them back, they can go hang out at the carnival for a little bit.
But that also means we can pick up Shay, and he can also go to the circus, right?
I mean, it
Well, not a bad
hurt to-
idea.
It won't hurt to have the children here for a little while. I mean, we can send them to the tower. We've got
Apples.
rooms.
It's not heated right. It's
It's cold over there.
It's drafty.
Hold on. How do you guys know that? Have any of you been to the tower recently?
Yes.
Yes!
At the same time as you, in fact.
You have a
I have to
tower.
make the joke. Oh yeah, we kind of
It's a-
inherited a wizard. Inherit's a strong.
The entrance is over there.
Points
Yeah,
Points
at
get
to
in
the
the
chest.
Yeah, you just get in it, close the door, the top, the lid, and then you pop back out, and you end up in our tower.
My dog lives over there.
So does a homeless man we kind of picked up by accident. Although he's not
He's
homeless
happy
anymore.
there. He's very
Let's go home.
asocial.
He takes-
He's scared of people.
he-
Yeah.
The great outdoors.
But he's great for taking care of the tower, and he seems pretty content.
He seems happy with doing it. We should really pay him.
Like, he's getting. He's.
I feel like.
I mean, he's getting room and board
for free.
for free. Maybe a small paycheck on top of that.
Just a little bit, yeah. Some
I'm
We'll discuss that
starting-
with him.
some rainy day.
I'm starting to
money.
see why so many different groups of people are trying to kill you or potentially find you.
Wow! Because a guy volunteered to
supposed
clean
to
our
be.
house.
We found him.
No,
We
He
found
did
him
this
in
of his
a
own
cave.
accord. I need to point that out.
no,
We didn't
because
We didn't tell him to do
because
this.
you've taken a tower from who knows how powerful individual who might
Oh,
still
pretty
be
I
out
need
there.
to point out this tower wasn't used for like at least 50 years, maybe more. I don't remember the
Very
years.
powerful wizard. He just disappeared.
Also, he did just disappear, but he did take something.
Yeah, he also can go fuck
Yeah.
himself. So
Yeah.
He killed a lot of people. He's got Fizzy's sister
Not my
captured.
sister, so like, I'm kind of. I think we
And to
should.
be fair, only one bad thing has happened there. God did try to kill us and did kill.
well,
One
that
of
was
us.
unrelated to the tower.
At this point, at mirror.
This
Yeah,
was
that's what
in the
American
tower,
said.
but you know.
It cost us a dear friend who is currently laid to rest inside the tower until we find a better burial place.
yes.
You know. And then, of course, the family was hunting us for quite a bit because we unintentionally stole money from them.
We were.
We were framed.
framed.
We were framed.
Somebody put us like somebody.
I have a question.
Buddy with Ariel. He's cool. Like
Is Oriel still in the room with us? Connor?
He's still in the cart, certainly.
Have
He's in the
we
room, though.
considered using the mirror to figure out who framed us?
Yeah.
Will it be able to
Oh.
answer? Can we
Wait,
can we
that's-
ask for like show us the guy who framed us?
Kaz, I don't mean this to sound like an insult because it's not. That's one of the smartest things you've ever said, I think, since I've met you.
Okay, that's kind of mean.
I think she means it as a compliment.
It was meant to be a compliment. None of the rest of us thought of that. Even contemplated it.
it's just kind of a there's kind of sort of a backhanded compliment. Sort of like, oh well, usually you say really dumb things, but that was a really smart thing you said. That's kind of mean.
She doesn't usually say dumb things.
But it's when you say, oh, that's the smartest thing you've ever said. It sort of gives the intention of you think that everything else she says is dumb. So like, think about that a little bit.
But she's not dumb.
I'll shut my mouth
Tell
now.
her that.
You're
Sure.
not dumb. You're not dumb, Kaz.
There you go. Be open with your intentions.
There was a real convincing performance there.
The question mark really made
You're
it.
not dumb.
Like, yeah.
I think.
Question.
Out
It
of
wasn't a question.
character.
It was confusion at the entire conversation with
I know.
Fitz.
I know.
Out of character, that was about the same as Grammy, like, trying to lie about stealing the book.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Somehow.
Anyways,
Mirror.
Mira, let's see if we can. Yeah, Kaz,
If it shows us the man in the mirrored cloak again.
I'm gonna scream.
This bitch.
It might be. So.
Wait,
Probably gonna be.
no, no,
Prepare
this is the
yourself
time
for
that it
the
goes-
fact.
Again? Sorry.
Okay. I guess we'll use the mirror.
Hey,
Um,
guys.
hmm.
Do you think maybe we should get, the gang leader that's been trying to kill us in here to see this?
We're not being quiet.
Yeah, if he wants to hang out, he can
We
just
sort of
walk
yell
in.
a lot. He knows what's happening. I promise.
Are you sure? Hey, can you hear us?
I think I can hear you well enough, yes.
You want to find
You-
the fucker who framed us to steal your money?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It also might show us a
Sure.
dead guy if it doesn't go up the chain enough. If that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Well,
Sure.
then we can just say who hired the man. We can just go up the chain by saying who
If the-
hired.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
We
if
can,
the
you know
mirror
how we zoom out on
responds to it.
locations? We're zooming out on people.
Anyway, let's use our magic mirror to solve our problem.
You know, this
I'm
sort of
just
thing.
gonna take it away after this session.
No! It's our
The-
special little mirror. I love it so much.
Wait, no. We lost a team member from that mirror.
Hold
We
on,
don't get
Cody,
it
what-
taken away from us. That's fucked up.
Cody, what are you trying to say?
Well, not to be blunt, Darius, but doesn't the existence of such a device as the smear somewhat render your occupation entirely pointless?
Granny, do me a favor.
Yes.
Take my gun from me.
Will do.
That's a teeny tiny little kitty.
Oh,
very
look
rude.
at
I miss Phantom.
I'm so small.
A, that's very rude. I hear that A is the first letter of the alphabet, and then I've been told that B is the second one.
You're
So
learning.
B. I am. B. Darius does a lot more than just find people. Okay? Darius looks and sees and looks at clues and yes, you can use the mirror, but you can't figure out why, and Darius figures out why, not just the how
Fitz.
and the who. Okay?
Fitz.
Hmm.
Can you take my dagger from me? My short sword.
Christ.
At this point, do we need to like strap you down or something, or is that just?
Should we get your kid in here so that you don't do any violence in front of her?
I think you
Okay.
severely underestimate what this child will probably see throughout her life.
Oh my god.
That makes me so worried, actually.
Yeah.
It's-
Listen,
I
Darius,
I mean, you
you're
can bring
very
her in.
important.
I will never intentionally cause violence in front of her.
You know what?
But-
I'm gonna walk away now because apparently I'm not saying anything of import.
You're helping, but at the same time, it feels hurtful.
Remember how we talked a minute ago about backhanded compliments?
And everybody.
You are cutting out.
You're
No.
muted.
Am I?
Well, no,
No,
I
I'm
think
not.
it's your
I'm not.
tone of voice is too high for your
Yeah,
voice
that's
code.
probably
Bitch.
what it is. I'm a high pitched character.
Meg's like, who is that?
It's the dog whistle effect. The Discord's like, no, there's no way.
See,
Ah.
I don't call it the dog whistle effect. I call it the Jill scream effect.
The Connor screamer.
Wait, I'm not. Okay. Please understand.
Wait, Jill, did
that,
you make a noise?
Yeah, I made a noise.
Oh my god.
I love that my fucking computer is telling me that there's an accident on the highway. I'm like,
Oh
I'm
my
at
god, be
computer.
careful. Like, look out.
Look
Careful.
out.
They're coming for you.
Your home computer, look out.
So weird. Listen, if we didn't have Darius, we wouldn't have a lot of things, and I'm very glad she's here. And we
I've
need
only
her.
died once. And that's how I got this.
Did you just hold up your child?
Cat.
Oh, wait, she's holding
Like that.
something.
There, baby. Happened to her. She have pink hair.
I saw that and it was like my brain is like,
Oh boy. That is incorrect, actually.
well, see, I was thinking of when you got the scar in your neck, which led to you like
You know what?
that you marrying your spouse.
I got this out of it. Holds the baby up by the back of a onesie. I found this.
Bears just kind of holds loose. Because that's how I got this. Yeah.
So the mirror that we're going
Aren't
to
you all
use.
going to ask a question to the mirror?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We as a group have a lot of attention issues, and I think we need to figure that out as well.
Maybe so.
It's because we like sharing people the multiple horrific incidences we've already experienced.
As I will leave you the honors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. In my mind, I think I'm forming the question. Can you show us the mastermind who framed us to take Oriel's money?
You asked this question, and you were shown an image of what looks to be a man in a maroon cloak,
Oh my
I'm
god!
as he is still
Christ!
conversing with a blue dragon.
Jesus Christ!
Just
You-
wave high again.
The center of all of our problems.
It's this fucker.
We should have known he was trouble when he killed Reuben. Should have known.
Yeah. Who steps on a monkey?
Who steps on a monkey?
That sounds like a euphemism.
We should probably like disconnect this thing. They can definitely hear us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So
I assume we
For
disconnect it
sure.
as soon as we see who it is.
we're sure it's the maroon guy in the cloak. For sure.
Ah.
Yeah, the source
It's
of
a
all our
member of the
problems.
family who is a traitor to the family.
At least the super makes sure that Suero's not the traitor because he's here.
Theoretically,
We
It
only
does
did that
make it
for-
nearly impossible for it to be him. Yes.
We only thought it for like maybe a minute before we gave it up.
Yeah, it was just like a second. We were like, whoa.
Even then,
Theoretic-
Suero is still in the next room. It's not possible.
theoretically, you could start asking about specific members of the family and go down the list until you find the actual name attached to that individual.
He has so many children.
That could take
Yes.
years.
That
It's
would
not.
be.
It's not a viable option.
Should we look at the other people from that prophecy while we're here?
I
Yeah,
think there's only one
sure.
that we haven't looked at.
Pariah Bone?
Mm.
I asked about the Pariah Bone
Pariah
on the mirror.
Bone.
You ask for the mirror to show you the pariah of bone, and as you do, you are brought over to a vision of a very tall, lank-looking man, completely bald, completely shaven bald, with what looks to be almost like this kind of like chalky, white material that's kind of rubbed on his face, underneath his eyes, and over his nose, and on his bald head, as he is currently standing and what looks to be taking watch on some kind of a very high platform. He looks very familiar to you. He looks to be the man that you rescued from the being arrested incorrectly. That'd be Strooper.
Oh,
Ah!
the guy.
That makes sense because it's a fucking pariah of bone. That that adds up. That makes sense.
What?
They are the cannibal.
Oh, yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Well, perhaps this
Pariah.
might be an opportunity to ask them about dragon sightings.
What exactly is this? Hello? I see you all again.
Did you know you're
It's-
called the Pariah of Bone?
No, I'm only called Strooper as far as I'm concerned.
There's a whole prophecy. You're involved.
Interesting.
Pariah of bone.
Well, I suppose it's nice to see you all. Not how I expected you to show up, but still. What can I do to help you?
Have you seen like a dragon around your village recently?
A dragon?
Or any
Yeah.
signs of it. Large claw marks, scratches in the stones, scales.
Nothing like that. No big signs or claws or scales and stuff like that. But I know of at least two people who have seen some larger creatures than expected flying about. I thought maybe it was a rook or something like that maybe we could hunt down and use for some nice food. But a dragon could make more sense.
Fitz.
Yeah.
What's a rook?
Honor.
A rook.
meant-
A rook.
I think he said rock.
A rook.
Like R-O-K, the
A
large.
rock.
It's a type of bird in D&D, if
Yeah.
I remember right.
That-
It's like
Yeah,
a
it's a
big
rock.
Technically an
bird.
elemental, I believe.
A big bird. Okay.
Big bird.
Don't see many of them, but they can be decent for feeding a village.
I'd imagine.
But no, we had at least 2 sightings of something large in the skies. Didn't get a good sight of it, but if a dragon probably could match up with what they said. Aside from that, nothing out of the ordinary from claw marks and scales and leaving some critters. Haven't seen anything of that regard, though we don't really go off of our mountain that far. There's no sense in trying to scavenge a hunt past that point. You do that, you're wasting your time and energy.
I can agree to that.
Well, if you happen to see a dragon, I don't know how you'd contact us, but feel free to. But if you happen to see, besides a dragon, a person in a maroon cloak with a bunch of green fire, best to avoid them. Best to avoid them.
I'll keep that in mind. Can't say I've really met anyone like that. I'll
Wish we
have
could
to.
say the same.
I'd have to ask to see where they saw the dragon, or this flying creature, going off to. If you need further information, but I don't know much more.
Alright, should we contact you again in, say, 1 day's time?
That will be fine.
Okay.
Well, I don't know how to get rid of this whole portal thing I'm seeing, but nice chatting with you all.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for the info. Kaz, do you wanna?
I closed the the mirror.
You do so.
Yeah.
One of these
Um,
times, it's not gonna close. We're gonna be like, how do we turn this thing off? Where's the hang up button? Does anyone see how to hang up?
Is there anyone else that we were thinking about?
Well, I'm gonna be crossing out things on the list anyway.
Yeah. I'm looking at the list right now,
The-
so.
I
Oh,
realize the thing, probably worst part about this smear for Connor is we can contact any NPC at any time and he has to remember and do their voice.
That just helps me. That just helps me keep track of everything. Really, I'm fine with that.
you're welcome for
No,
us
the worst
using
is
your
Connor
mirror.
constantly has to switch character voices.
That's fine.
Oh, we could solve another mystery with this.
Which one?
Which one?
There's a serial killer.
Oh yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
Stoneheart
Yeah.
killer, right?
We
Is
could
he
figure
really-
out who that is. Well,
Is
it's
he
so
really-
serious.
They're
Hey.
really a bad guy.
Okay. So, do we want the serial killer to know that we know who it is? Is my problem.
Technically, unless if we say, oh look, it's a serial killer, they won't know the reason we were looking in.
Unless we
That's
get
true.
really unlucky and we catch them in the act of doing the killing.
Yeah,
That'd be unfortunate.
if it was someone that the party knew, then it could be like, oh hey, we're just checking up on you.
Yeah, sorry. Or if it's someone we don't know, can be like, oh, sorry.
Wrong number.
connection.
Butt dial. My bad.
But my bad. You're not my grandma.
Do you think mages get to have the excuse of "oops, sorry, wrong number" anytime they
mean-
accidentally send to the wrong person? Do you think
You-
that's what mages get to do?
To be
Yes.
fair, you can summon the wrong spirit during
Yeah.
certain spells.
Yes, you can summon the wrong spirit.
But accidentally using sending on somebody you don't mean to, and you're like, the bomb is in place, and they're like, sweetheart, it's me,
Well,
your
What are you
grandma.
talking about?
Well, if you're based off
Hello?
of a description and you don't have like a name or something, or if you were very distracted while you were like casting the spell, then maybe it could go to the wrong person.
Guys, They might be identical twins, and we don't
I
know the
act-
name and we
Gosh.
describe.
I accidentally
my
provided state secrets to some random
Yeah.
stranger because he looks just like my informant. Damn it!
You
Guys, the
also
What bomb? Where?
you also can't discount the possibility of mage school prank calls.
I just realized. What if you accidentally were trying to call Highway Robbie IE, but called Highway Robbie Y?
Oh my god. Terrible. Highway Robbie Y sucks.
But IE.
Highway
is
Robbie
right.
IE is like a real one.
Wi-
She is so strong in this group.
So
Connor.
what time is it right now? Just
Connor,
gonna
was that full when we started?
Yes.
What time is it in game?
What time is it?
No, sorry. I was answering Cody's question that if this was full when we started. And the answer was yes.
We're on a time limit now.
According to the
We
clock,
we
it's
have
8.
to now.
It says
According-
8 p.m. It
Yeah,
says
in
8
game
p.m.
it's
on
yeah, in game it's still 8 p.m. I haven't changed that. It's still 8. Still 8 o'clock.
Okay. So who wants to see who the Stoneheart Killer is?
I think we should
Well,
let Fitz do it.
It was Fitz's idea.
Okay.
Just be
Fitz?
careful. We don't want
Well,
if he's in the middle
you
of
really
killing
want-
someone, just
The face this guy's gonna see that knows who he is. You guys are really good friends, alright?
You're so handsome. Maybe he won't want to kill you.
That's why I don't want to die. I'm a serial
You're
killer.
also an elf. He's just killing dwarves. Whoa.
Hey,
Why'd your accent go like?
Don't
very
worry about it.
sophisticated?
So,
Aw.
what Michelle is trying to
Dwarves.
say, because she keeps peeking out her microphone,
Yeah.
is don't you
Pretty
have a
fast.
mask you can wear?
I do, but I do it.
Do you want me to do it?
No, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Because I only got a few years left, probably. So
You've got so much time. So much time left.
Oh my
So
God.
much.
Not with my
I go to the
history.
mirror and I say, "Show me the fucking serial killer, man."
The Stoneheart Killer.
Stoneheart killer.
That's fine. Moving your way to the mirror and asking to see the stone carver. Because remember, guys, I did previously say that this mirror, it goes off of your intention, not necessarily your specific wording. So I know what you mean. The mirror knows what you means. As you ask to see the stone carver, Fitz and everybody else in the room, you guys will see what looks to be a familiar-looking elven man, Hadrian, as he is currently relaxing and lounging at a bar, and currently eating a meal.
Fitz, close the mirror.
I close the mirror.
Ooh, that's unexpected.
Maybe it had the wrong. Maybe it didn't hear me right.
I
Maybe it was wrong.
I don't
I
think
don't
the
think
mirror
it's
gets
been
things
wrong.
wrong.
Maybe I was distracted. Maybe I just thought. Maybe it's just
You were just
wrong.
thinking of Hadrian when you asked for the stone carver.
I wasn't, but maybe at subconscious level they were like, "Oh well, you know."
Do you want us like to confirm it again?
Yes.
I mean, Fizzy, do you want to do it?
to
You
point out,
got it.
I am going to point out something really quickly. Before you go, is it out of character? A, we don't know him that well. We don't.
Yeah,
Me?
but it's his little crush.
I know. But B, he also told us something very like very traumatic about his family.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the fact that
Yeah.
his father was beaten to death in the middle of a road?
Well,
Lynched by
lynched
dwarves.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw those dwarves, right? The dwarves, they were mean. And if they were mean like that and killed his dad,
I'm not saying he doesn't have a reason. It's just sort of a shock to
I
the
get
system.
it. I'm just saying it's
Hey, Granny.
not the most
Yeah.
out of.
Have you noticed Fitz has only showed attraction to 2 people, and both of them have been brutal killers?
I'm right here. I'm literally between you two, and you're speaking over me.
Technically, Darius is speaking over to you. I have
Over
responded.
the head.
Stand in front of the mirror, and I'm going to ask for the stone carver.
You ask for the stone cover, and yet again it pulls up an image of Hadrian, who is now more alert and sees the rift that is open, showing you all.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi,
Wow.
Jen.
Nice to see
Hello?
you. Hi. Oh, is the bar crowded?
A touch, yes.
Cool.
You know, we'll call back
We
later.
can call back later. We were just checking in,
Checking
seeing
in.
how you were doing. But it seems pretty busy there. This is really awkward.
Well, that's fine. I understand.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Visitor.
Like, goes to the mirror.
It's.
Sorry.
Do you have something you do you have something you want to tell the class about your taste in men?
I don't think this is.
No.
Oh, to be fair, it's not like we knew, so like it doesn't really count. It doesn't
He
count.
was just a kind stranger who happened to be handsome and made me a cool wooden mask, and then he turned out to be a serial killer. So that's, that's great.
Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's doing, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, we've killed a lot of people.
And also, again,
You.
I'm also going to point out again what I said before, which is they killed his father quite nastily, and I kind of get it, honestly. Like, I don't love it. I don't think it's not right, but I kind of get it.
Like, it's purely for revenge, for sure. So,
Houdini.
Like,
Kitty.
I'm learning a thing that I'm learning while being above ground is people are like awful sometimes, and
Yes.
sometimes all you can do is like maybe that's the only thing he feels like he has is like taking out his like revenge on the people that killed his father in a horrible, horrible way.
sometimes the actual justice system is corrupt anyway.
I'm also learning that.
Sometimes.
All the time.
I'm
all the
also
time.
learning that. There's people who aren't in jail people who are in jail who shouldn't be in jail, and there's people who aren't in jail who should be in jail. Sometimes you have to like what the Stonehearts do is awful, and they do it for no reason other than the fact that they hate elves because they're racist.
Out of character, Darius also can still say to Arak that Borja Matos has been killed and get that guy extradited to interrogate him. Don't want you to forget that if you want to do that while we're in Carhe.
You're gonna make me call the creepy investigator.
You want one of us to do it?
No, because he won't answer the phone for you.
You wait too long and you might lose out on the ability to cash in on something you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go call the fucking inspector. Asshole.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys, and Darius will leave the card to do that.
You would be able to basically stop by at what is effectively like a mobile telegraph station, where they have both a telegraph for long distance calling, and a short distance telephone system, which would be perfect for what you're looking to do. Because you guys are still currently on the road, bear that in mind.
Yeah.
And you would start to give a call to one Inspector Avec. And it will go through one ring, and then you will hear him pick up and go, "Hello."
I hate hearing your voice this late in the day.
It's nighttime, actually.
I said late in the day. Still a day.
It is. So, what is it? Have you
not-
finally come to agree to kill Borja Matos?
That's a complicated. He's dead. By our
You
hands.
Seems like you are going above and beyond. You didn't even have to agree to it, and you just killed him. It's good to see.
Technically, a ferret killed him.
Tragic. But you did kill him. So, I'm assuming you'd like me to pull my strings and get him extradited?
Out of character, real quick, because I want to discuss this with you guys out of character before I do this. Should
Okay,
I play? Should I play the fact that we brought the queen back from the dead against him? Or
Was
should
that
I hold that?
public or
I
was that
wouldn't.
secret?
That was secret. I wouldn't.
I would say no because we don't want to give him that information, in my opinion.
Yeah. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
it will be known when the queen announces herself, but
Yeah, we
it
don't
might
want to get
interfere with her plans.
we don't want to get so entrenched in politics. I don't know. It you can only tell
Plus-
that kind of information once, and it feels like that is the wrong person to admit that to first.
And it
Plus-
feels like if we were to tell him, I'm so scared that like the next day we would wake up to like a headline of like Queen alive but then dead. Like she
Plus-
got it killed.
Yeah,
Although they
that's
might
a
like
potential
him, but-
bargaining chip as well. You don't give away any information that you can.
Yeah, because we already
potentially
got
play
the
later.
deal for him right now. So
I know, but I still
Also-
owe him in things. That's why I was asking.
Mhm.
Also, not telling him this big thing shows that he doesn't control you.
yes,
That's,
That-
that's
yeah.
true.
You got your secrets.
he doesn't have to know everything.
Exactly. Anyway,
Back to the future.
She'll just kind of grit her teeth, and go, "Yeah, we made the decision. He's dead. Death by ferret."
Excellent. Well, in that case, I'll be sure to pull some strings to get him extradited down to, let's say, Elbadil.
How long do you think that'll take?
I think I can make it be done in a few days. I already had someone heading in that direction, especially considered that you already killed him.
How did you know we've killed him?
I have eyes and ears everywhere.
Everywhere?
We all do.
Everywhere?
Yes.
What else? What else are you keeping from me that you know?
Ta-ta. Click.
Motherfucker.
Technically, we also
his
have eyes
ass.
and ears everywhere now.
I mean, if we, I will say this: if we help out Oriole, we will also have eyes and ears everywhere
Yeah.
because
Although this isn't a favor to Oriole, this is getting even. We
No, I will.
A
Yeah,
little
you're
different.
right. You are correct, but also we will also have like taken out a huge traitor in his midst. I think we will be on even ground, and he will
Yes.
be willing to help us if we need like eyes and ears everywhere.
maybe I can see whiskers.
Mhm.
She's right here. If I can
If we
get
need
her.
information, I think he'd be
Hell.
called like personally. What? But you know, whatever. I don't
We
know.
might be able to ask like, so yeah, wow.
Oh, hi
Aw.
there, Houdini.
Dingy.
Baby talk, guys.
You're such a sweet girl.
You're so grumpy.
She's grumpy. She's purring the entire time I'm doing that, but she's so grumpy.
It's like, but still purring.
Her head is right here. You just can't see her.
Oh!
She has something to say.
Anyways, so we're getting the guy. We need to interrogate about more changeling information.
Mm-hmm.
We've looked in the stone carver. We've looked at the Prior of Bone. Bryn, I think, earlier contacted a bunch of the changelings' kids' families.
Did we send the children through the mirror?
Not
I
yet.
don't think we've dealt with them yet. Do we have the information yet of
Currently, Bryn is speaking with the children individually to find out information about their families and whether or not they want to or need to go back to their parents.
Yeah.
That is being done in the background.
Okay.
We know Shay is in danger.
Perhaps related to the whole masked man thing.
What other cases are we working on right now? Out of character, I know, but Deus is thinking in character.
I need to get an ore.
Oh yes.
Oh, you
I need to get an ore.
an ore?
Yeah.
Or what?
I could throw something at you. I fucking would.
If you still have Darius's short sword, you could throw that.
Actually, no, Deus is no longer mad. She does take those back. Give back her weapons.
Fine.
She didn't give you. Also, she didn't give you all of them. She still has a shotgun.
Jesus.
Or for my sibling so that they can help us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we could pick that up at the next when we stop in Carhay, if they have any.
They might not have oars as they're quite far from the coast, but
At
something
worst-
that simple should be easy to make.
At worst, if we end up needing to go to Garan, they for sure would have oars. Or you can carve one.
Or
Or what?
I'm gonna just.
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Becca and I like bad jokes. What do you want from us?
It won't be funny the third time. So
Oh,
don't worry.
Hey, question. We should find out about that one guy. That Dragonborn guy.
Adam?
Yeah,
He
him.
wasn't a dragon born. He just had
Or what-
scales.
I don't know.
I knew where she was going.
Guy with the scales.
Because we really only met one person with scales.
He's okay.
If you want to check on him, I guess you could.
We kind of sent him off and told him good luck.
Check in, make sure he's making something of his life. Hopefully.
He's in the middle of
Fingers
a bank
crossed.
robbery.
I was just putting this money back. Actually, I found it, so.
When you say dragon scales guy, do you mean Adam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
I just said his name.
But
a
then-
second
He
ago.
did say his
Okay.
name.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was thinking that right.
God, what am
Yeah.
I, chopped liver?
Yes.
Just did in fact say his name. So.
Adam with 2 Ds.
Hey, isn't Thor all the time with the cats?
Yeah.
I was taking notes. I thought we were talking about nothing.
I appreciate your notes so much. Please know this is all in good humor.
It's like Connor drank, but we're all the drunk people.
I'm always
And
like this.
And I'm barely drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm buzzed, maybe, but no, we're nowhere near it. I'm on a full stomach. I had what is basically a bottle of soju. I'm fine.
I have
Please.
attention disorder issue.
That's like being
I
drunk.
can't help it. Huh? What?
Connor, I ask you this, please don't hit that glass again. It made a really sharp
Yeah,
noise.
that I apologize for that. That
Okay.
did because it hit the frame of my microphone. I apologize. That was my bad.
We could check on him, but, you know, feels weird to have the random people that spared your life just suddenly call you out of nowhere.
Well, we could
Yeah.
Do a little
I-
bit of intimidating to make sure he's not turning back to a life of crime.
I'd suggest a sending spell if possible for a person you don't know too well.
Or we could do it anyways just to scare the shit out of them.
What
Would
do we
be
could
pretty
do?
funny.
turn it around and be like, oh, just making sure you got people in your corner, bud. Rooting for you.
Rootin' tootin' for you.
No.
Sorry, was that more of a granny thing to say?
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah.
Do you want? Yeah.
Wynn's not here for me to antagonize, so I have to antagonize the rest of you.
Use the mirror or don't. Send a sending spell or don't. I'm going
Personally,
to bed.
I think we should call Vera.
Why?
I mean, if we're gonna go to the circus, because I'm sure some of the kids will want to go.
This is out of nowhere. Why are you implying that?
I mean, we're near where she lives.
We could take Vera to the circus.
Oh my god.
It would be a date.
What
would be so
kind of
lovely.
messed up game are you playing at?
Called
Um,
playing
working-
man.
Giving a working woman a nice vacation at the circus. The carnival.
To answer your question, what kind of game I'm trying to play at, I'm a happily married, gay person. Trying to make the rest of you happily, dating gay people.
I don't want to call in the middle of the night.
Oh, you're so right. We should wait until first thing in the morning.
I'm gonna kill you, Fitz, I swear.
Go ahead. You'd miss me.
The thing is, Kaz, to be fair, out of the two of you, you have better odds right now of dating your crush.
That's good for
Wow.
me.
Wow.
I just found
Wow.
out the
That's
handsome
me.
man is a serial killer. I need you to do this for me.
Isn't that bad? Look, I'm a criminal.
Yeah, but you're not a serial
Not
killer.
a,
It's
you're not a
different.
serial killer criminal. You're a thief. It's different.
It's different.
Technically, we're all criminals, so
Wrong.
we've committed crimes. I'm so sorry to
No,
tell
I'm
you
trying
this.
to.
I've been told that we've committed
I don't
a
think
lot of
so.
crimes.
I'm trying
I
not to be
think
a
that's
criminal
wrong.
nowadays, or at least not a killer.
I only do good things. Never done a crime in my life.
If you want,
for
I'll call
yourselves.
her, but everyone needs to leave the room before I kill y'all with your necks.
I'll absolutely not be in the room. Fitz goes to a door that is directly behind Kaz and steps over the threshold.
And then
Door open. No, doesn't even close the door. Just stands in the other room. I'm not in the room. Unless you're changing the rules.
Technically,
He is in
Dares
fact
could
not
also
in the
go.
room.
Technically, Dares could also go invisible, and Kaz
Oh my
probably
God.
wouldn't know.
Why you make it so hard?
See,
It's kind of fun.
we'd like to tease you.
God. Please leave. I don't want to be a mess right now.
Alright.
Mm.
How bad it was and
I'm
smells.
going to leave because I am polite.
Yeah, Granny's like, if that's what you really want, and she'll stay nearby, so if it gets loud, she'll hear it, but she's not actively eavesdropping.
Alright.
She like goes to the
I'm gonna
kitchen
roll-
basically, and like,
I'm gonna roll a die. I want Kaz, so Jolly, high or low?
Low. Damn it!
You hear Ari start crying in the next room, and Darius disappears after the baby. So she's gone.
That's ominous.
Fitz makes a show of also walking into the kitchen, but not going like as far into the kitchen as like Granny is. Like Fitz is leaning on like the counter right next to the doorway, like
Why?
You want a drink? I'm mixing some up.
Oh, water. This is water.
He doesn't drink alcohol.
I know.
I love
Water.
A water on the rocks.
Oreo, you
On the
want
rock.
some? Never mind. Do you want some whiskey?
I, for one, don't understand why you're tormenting the poor girl.
It's funny. She's our friends. She has a crush.
I
You
have a-
don't tease her. She won't do anything about it.
I have a little sister and a big brother. I never got to be the one.
I was the
To
only
do the
child. I didn't
tormenting.
get to do this to people.
A
I
child
was
has
the one
the
being
right-
tormented.
A child has the right to their own privacy.
Which is why I left the room.
I just realized Darius and Fitz are both middle children. This explains so much about the two of them.
I think he understands because he also has kids being they're adolescent.
The
He's-
only other
He's the parent
parent
going-
with older
going like, you guys have to stop fighting. Your brother and sister, you have to stop fighting. And they're like, we're having fun. This is how we bond.
Yeah. Ignatius will go see how Ben is doing with the children. And but Balus, there's not really much that Balus can move about in the cart, so I think Balus is staying. And
Just a horse in the background.
Yeah, the horse is
Balus-
just in the background of this the entire
Balus
time.
can understand common, but can't speak. So
Just like Reuben and Frog.
yeah.
So, oh gosh. So you call to speak with Vera. You will see that Vera has just returned home from work, it appears. She is currently still fairly dirty. She's covered in dirt and dust from her labor job. And she will see the rift appear and she'll go, "Oh. Hello, Kaz.
Hi, Vera.
Hi there.
How's
What's
work
going on?
been? Oh, a lot of unfortunately.
Work's been good. More of the same. We're still attempting to clear out that sinkhole. Or at least fill in the sinkhole, but for right now it appears that there's a cave system beneath it. It's a little too dangerous to just fill it in without risk of it coming and opening back up.
Oh god. I hope it's not another mind flayer incident again, like last time.
Well, we'll see. I don't think it's a mind flayer or anything of the sort. There have been a few dead bodies that were found down there, but nothing extraordinary. They're quite old, too.
No. That's ominous. Very scary. Back in their old bodies, like well,
Long dead. They're basically skeletons by the time we found them. But still, odd.
what was I gonna ask? Meanwhile,
Date to the circus.
Does she want to go to the circus?
I like how collectively y'all remember, but I didn't. I don't know how to ask. Do you want to? Oh God, I messed it up. Would you like to go see the circus in? I'm trying to remember the city name. Here's Stella with me.
Sure, I can do that. It seems like it'd be a decent enough trip, and it should be enjoyable.
Yeah, because my family's part of the circus. And I haven't seen them in a while, so I thought it would be a nice break if you wanted. I wasn't sure if you were busy. Sorry, I
I'm not.
I did.
I'm not particularly busy. I have a lot of time off saved up. I can easily go and visit. That'll be fine.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to well, I was gonna give you this when we were in Elvedil, but I guess I'll give it to you now since technically this mirror can give items, I guess. So she took out the flower pots and the aloe vera from that one city from Hargrave.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm
the
handing that
potted plants
over.
of aloe vera.
Yes, I'm handing the plants to her since she's home.
Oh, thank you. I I'll be sure to take care of it. Thank you.
Okay. uh, God.
But
Yeah.
I'll make my way over to Garistella as soon as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. I'll see you then.
Okay. Bye, Vera. Close the
Bye.
mirror immediately.
Fair enough. As she's saying bye, you close the mirror.
So, Dearest comes back in holding her child. So, is she gonna go to the circus?
Yeah, she's going to the circus.
The immediate push on Kaz's model.
Yeah.
So funny.
She said yes, but I don't know. It's.
Fitz is gonna walk back into the room with his cup of water, alcohol
Is it
free
on the
rocks.
I was gonna say it's on the rocks. It's in a whiskey glass, but it's just
Oh,
water.
ice water.
Greta comes out with actual whiskey.
Yes. Well, I can imagine Fitz being like, I'll have a dihydrogen monoxide on the rocks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fitz is it's gonna be a casual stroll towards his room, and he's gonna go, "Well, Cass, can't believe you're introducing Vera to your parents this soon."
Don't make me bring up Hadrian again on this mirror. I can do that right now.
It's different! He's a serial killer! It's different! God!
Is it different? We don't
The
know.
middle
Vera
kid
might have
shuffle of shame to the
I would
bedroom.
point out, this is like super sibling energy coming from the two of you guys right now.
Personally, I think we should invite both of them to the circus, but I don't think Fitz is ready to have that conversation with.
Oh, that's a great idea!
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's a very long distance away.
Going through a traumatic time and you're all making jokes? This is funny to you?
I call Hadrian on the mirror, by the
No!
way.
Fitz is gone. Gone.
This poor man, this is the third time we've called him.
I know.
And I don't think he actually waited enough time for him to finish his meal and leave the bar.
It's been 2 minutes. It's still crowded, I promise. God, I can't believe it.
So chaotic.
This house is a fucking nightmare.
Get on the refrigerator.
That's Fitz. Fitz is on the refrigerator. This house is a fucking nightmare.
And with that, I think we'll take a quick break now for about 5 to 10 minutes. So we will be right back in about 5 to 10. We'll see you then.
You didn't have to stay on break while I was making tea. I said it was gonna be a minute.
Oh, well, we weren't doing anything. I don't know. Hey, but we're back now.
Yeah.
Are there any other things you guys need to do inside the carts? Or are we going to move on to... Oh, lordy, I apologize. Or we're going to move on to you guys dropping off the gangsters you have in your retinue at Carhe, and then
Are they not
moving
going
on
to fight that we're keeping the kids?
So once you mention this to Oriole, he won't really put up a big fight about it. He is
Busy.
I think this is better put in character. You mentioned this to Oriole, and he will look at you and go, "All right, that's fine. If you've managed to find their family, then in that case, bring them back to their family. If you think that maybe they may need a place to stay, then I have no problem for taking them in."
Right. We'll keep that in mind.
But anyways, drop us off in Carhay, and we'll be fine. You know that. I'll be in contact, of course. Find the traitor. Tell me what you find. Tell me who you find.
That we will do.
Good. Are there any other things that you guys want to do in the cart, though? Because, like I said, I already knew how Oriole was going to react, so that wasn't a big scene.
Well, I don't know how long it'll take to get to Carhay, but after one full day, should call Strooper back to see if he learned any more about the kind of bearing of the
Yeah, so basically,
potential
Carhay is going to be a day's travel. So by the time you get there, it's going to be the 7th of spring at 8 in the afternoon, and it's just because you guys are not in a train, you guys are on the carts, so
Yes.
you're going off of normal travel rules at that point. So giving a day's time for Strooper to find out some more information, you reach back out to them, and Strooper you'll see that Strooper is there in front of the basically at the same spot that you saw them last time, the same watch area. And he looks at you and goes, "Oh, you again? So, I'm assuming you're looking to find out some more information about the whole big flying creature, right?"
if there is any to be gained.
Well, they managed to keep track of where exactly the thing was flying from. It looks like it was flying in a southeasterly direction, more leaning towards easterly. No, wait, westerly. My mistake.
Out of curiosity, where was Shay?
It was
Shay
basically
is
in the cliffs outside of Giran, right?
Yeah,
around here-ish.
So that's southwest of Gibbet, which is the town that
Yeah, so we
The
the
can assume
cannibals live in.
a bearing
keep track
of
accents
like
better.
essentially
What'd you say, Kana?
like this.
I was talking to myself. I need to keep track of accents better.
Oh.
Oriole turned a little too Irish Scottish for my liking.
I was gonna say the way I remember how Strooper sounds
He
is
sounded Oriole sounded
that's
a lot
Billy.
more like this.
Strooper is Billy from The Boys. Carl
Never
Urban.
seen that. Never seen that movie. Show. Sorry.
Sorry.
All
But no,
right.
he's like,
Oh, go ahead, Jill. Continue. Sorry.
I don't have anything else sad. I'm just gonna say, Shay's hanging out with a dragon. Bad news.
Real bad news.
All right.
So thank you for your help. Believe that I heard your people are concerned with food.
But we're not necessarily concerned with food. We're more so. Food is always a matter for us to keep track of. Ordinarily, the mountain will give us more than what we need. And if the mountain doesn't give us what we need, then at that point we have rougher conversations. But for the most part, we're doing fine.
Well, perhaps I can help your people have a rest for a day.
If-
Ignace, like, you can go on.
If that's something you wish to do, that's just fine. You can do that. But I'm not too worried.
Well, Ignatius prepared to create food and water.
So if you just pass through some basically some large bags of fairly
Yeah.
bland food and a cask of fairly bland, well, it's water. It's already
It
bland.
can, the food will last for 24 hours and sustains up to 15 humanoids, but you can mix it with other actual food for flavor.
Wow.
And the water does not spoil at any point.
Well, we can certainly use that. Not expecting nothing special from it, but still, thank you.
Of course. Everyone deserves a rest now and then, even
Yes.
if it isn't the best.
If we find out any more information on the whole dragon thing, we'll let you know.
Right.
By the way, Kaz, at this point, you will be able to restore your max.
Okay. I'm keeping track of it.
I figured.
Why does Kaz keep rolling a 1 on the Hellwalker's charges?
I don't know.
It does not
It's
like me.
remarkable bad luck.
It doesn't like me.
So yeah, I'm updating the circled area so that way you can know roughly where the dragon may have been sighted. It is almost certainly not near Jabay, just
Mhm.
because they made no mention of it being anywhere near them. It was in a southwesterly direction from them. You doubt that it is anywhere near them because the dragon would make itself known, almost certainly.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and of course this right here is roughly where your friend Shay is currently located.
Hmm.
So that is also worth keeping in mind. Any other conversations, uses of the mirror, scenes you guys want to do while in the cart, or shall we make your way back over to Karhay to drop off the gangsters?
Yeah. I don't have any.
Jill?
I'm thinking if there's a reason to do this,
Mm-hmm.
to use the mirror to talk to my dragon papa, my papa,
Dragon Padre?
dragon padre. Do we
Dragon
have
Daddy
any
Ubu.
any questions we would need to ask?
We can
maybe?
ask him what he knows about blue dragons.
That's fair.
I mean, I know he's a gem dragon, but still a
Or
dragon.
bronze.
Or a bronze dragon who's flying around. He might have heard rumors of that dragon being a dragon.
I heard it's a dragon. Interesting.
Bronze dragon, you say? Well, that's probably a dragon.
Sounds like it might be a dragon.
Can't say for certain.
God, what were you gonna do?
What's that
Nothing.
finger
What was
for?
that?
He said, "Well,
Nothing, you're
actually."
You guys keep saying bronze. Brazen means brass,
Yes.
not bronze.
I was just
I-
joking.
I need to actually that for just a moment.
Please. The dragon's actually brass, so get away, scrubs.
I know the Bopsy says brass, they say bronze, so I was just joking off of that line.
I figured.
We're all idiots and we say bronze. We're looking for a bronze dragon. It's like, wrong.
Okay, but to be fair,
Wrong.
both of them are primarily copper.
And they
Yeah,
both
so
start
both
with
of them are
B.
primarily copper. One is a mixture of
So-
copper and zinc. One is a mixture of copper and tin.
Why
Yeah,
do you
it's
know that off the top of your head?
I played
The-
Minecraft, and there are
the
mod
common
packs that
alloys.
had that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but
Very
Minecraft.
common allies. The
Children
most
yearn for the
infuriating,
mines.
I do
most
try to
infuriating-
go to the mines.
yeah, the most infuriating ones are the ones that say like, "Oh, they both make brass or bronze." It's like, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
I
Okay.
can't judge you, Connor, because the reason I know what times of year certain fruits grow is from Stardew Valley.
I had a
Jill
feeling
call
you're
you
gonna say that.
Okay.
Dad.
Back on track. I will be the one to get us back in the saddle. I call
Not a ride a
Beanie.
horse. Oh, you're going to reach out to Muni?
Yeah.
Excellent.
It shows my sword.
You attempt to reach out to Muni's. Boy, let me make sure I pronounce that name right.
Uh-huh.
I need to write down the pronunciation for that one. Musianawa. I apologize.
Bless you.
And as you do so, you are shown the figure of your sword leaning across, leaning out on the bed, and you will hear the sword speak out. This seems more than just a bit unnecessary.
Trying to cheat the system and you know. Anyway, 1 second. I'll be right there.
Unfortunately for you, I am the sword right now. That is how this works.
Dang it. Close the mirror and gets the sword. Do you know any blue dragons? There's a blue one and it's not good. Or rumors of a brass dragon.
I know of plenty blue and brass dragons. My siblings had quite a few children, and I knew their offspring. As for this one, no, I can't say I do. But if I was to guess, it's most likely someone quite old. Not just because they are big. Big can happen just from many means. But that demeanor, flying around in public, everyone can see them, not hiding themselves, not trying to walk around as a person. That is the behavior of one who has become very used to being the strongest person around. That happens with age with dragons. Older they get, the more brazen they become.
That makes sense. Brazen Reaper.
Yes, now that leads me to another question. What was the prophecy you all have been looking into? I wasn't with you, friend. I didn't get to see this prophecy on the wall.
Fair enough. Fitz will read him the prophecy from Fitz's little journal book. Thank.
Okay. Let's see. The father hunts for his wanting progeny, a brazen reaper for his family. So he's killing a child. Or a wife. Do you know of anything that could be related to a brass dragon?
We really should check on Adam. We should absolutely check. We need to... Actually, I think we should probably get Adam into the cart. Because I think he might be in imminent danger.
I can't believe Fizzy gets to say she called this. I can't believe it.
Nobody tell Fizzy.
Fizzy
We have...
in room. What are you talking about?
We have to keep Fizzy's heads.
You hear a distant shout from another room. Vindication!
No, Fizzy doesn't know that word to be like, I was right!
One word for I was right. Vindication, Fizzy. Vindication! Right. That's bad news for somebody we know. Wish this mirror worked the opposite way, where somebody could just hop in instead of having to go find this man. Any other input on the prophecy besides the fact that our good friend Adam is going to be obliterated by his father? Good friend.
Yes. This may not turn out well for Adam.
That's worse news.
There's no information I'm working off of for that. It is just intuition. This may not work out well for him.
Well, not if we can help it. Right. Well, I guess we could use the mirror to look for Adam then. And pray he is not a puddle of viscera. Because that would be unfortunate. Anybody? Any takers?
So I'm thinking.
See.
Mhm.
So the dragon is the father hunting for his wanting progeny.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the wanting part?
What is the progeny desiring or lacking?
Yeah, that's
He's not a dragon, so that might be one thing.
I don't know if he wanted to be a dragon. His
I don't think
wanting progeny.
from what I remember about Adam is he didn't really know his family.
No,
He's
he
just been
didn't.
kind of like he got caught up in the criminal life because he just like basically is aimless.
He
I'll-
also like didn't really care though, did he?
No.
I will grant this to you, Fitz,
Okay.
because you have a high intelligence score. Wanting is a term that typically is referring to lacking.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Yeah.
lacking in something, lacking in
Want.
certain quality.
Wanting. Being left wanting.
So I cannot contribute to this conversation because Ignatius does not even know this individual. So all of my thoughts and insight.
Maybe it's because he's not actively. Because he's not a dragon. He's only got the dragon scales, but he's not fully a dragon. And
Yeah.
maybe the Brazen Reaper doesn't want non-dragon progeny, or progeny means
Doesn't
like
want
kid, right?
Yeah, maybe he doesn't
Okay.
want non-dragon bloodline people.
Exactly. It's a mistake he made, and he doesn't want his mistakes out there.
I'm happy to follow him if no one else wants to.
I want to.
You want to?
I like to.
Okay.
I do.
Huh? I'll be there, but you'll have
Okay.
Should we tell him he is in imminent danger, yes or no?
yes.
Okay.
So
Right.
We might not want to come out the gate with that,
no.
but we should tell
Yes.
Right.
so that he
Okay.
can watch the skies.
So we should have checked on him yesterday, like I said.
We didn't have a reason to yesterday, Fizzy. We
We
didn't
met
know
him
this.
once, and it was
Hindsight.
because he
I
was in.
I was worried.
He was the bad guys, and we let him go. It's awkward.
Anyway, I'm gonna call Adam.
Okay.
Our good friend of the show, Adam, joins the call.
No, I didn't. I'm not making Adam voice a character. He does know nothing. Knows nothing about.
I was about to
And
be
also,
like,
Adam,
shout out to
the
Adam.
character Adam is very much not Adam's type.
No.
Yeah. You straight?
He was one quite straight and two quite not bare, to be honest.
Skinny little man.
A hetero in our D&D game?
illegal. Get him out of here.
Get him, murder!
Well, Twink is
What
not even
murder?
entertaining.
Connor, you okay?
Are you dying?
Nope. So, Michelle, you reach out to speak with Adam, and as you do, you are granted by the sounds of cries and screams in the background, the mournful wailing of mothers losing their children, of families broken apart, of people now in horrible agony as you are looking at what looks like a war zone.
Wonderful.
A town, or at least a part of it, has been reduced to near rubble. The stone or stone works that once made up buildings have become molten stone, effectively, reduced to magma and slag as it pools across the ground in an almost glassy pattern, shattering beneath the feet of people who are now wandering through the rubble attempting to find survivors. But you are paying most attention to the man that you're looking for now, Adam. The brass dragonborn, or brass half dragon, more accurately, that you're looking out for. He is currently crushed beneath the rubble of a building, still breathing, still alive, but in a terrible state. You could
Fuck.
see that his arm has been burnt to a cinder up to about the shoulder, and his leg is little more than half of a thigh on his left hand side. The left side of his face has been absolutely scarred to the point of being practically non-existent, and yet he still breathes, rasping out air. He is trying to push himself out of the rubble and is still alive, as you hear people who are searching through this, trying to find survivors, eventually call out and cry out, saying, there's another one. And someone starts trying to lift off the rubble off of Adam. Yes, Jill.
I have a question that's not going to sound related. Was there a teleportation circle in our tower?
There is a teleportation circle in your tower, yes.
I know exactly
Um,
what you're thinking.
That's how
Okay.
Zandy got to us, remember?
Operation Rescue.
Yeah,
But if you do
want
recall, the last place you sent Adam was Margarine.
Oh,
We just need someone. Can any of us cast teleportation circle?
Jill
No.
can. Yeah.
Oh,
Fitz
Jill
can.
can. No, sorry, that's 5th level. I apologize.
Fitz can.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, we all go
That's
through
why I
the-
was asking.
We all go
I-
through and have the cart meet us at either the tower or whatever.
Well, we don't even need to meet
Well,
it.
we
He
don't
doesn't
need-
even need to meet us at
Go
the
to the
tower because we
tower.
have the chests.
It
Yeah,
doesn't need to be
exactly.
all, it can be one.
Yeah.
person.
If I
You can literally
remember
send
right,
just Fitz
I would
through.
say 2
Remember-
because you don't know. Like, and we'll keep watching. Sorry.
Jess, what's up?
I say if I
Sorry.
remember right, you actually decided teleportation circle on kind of a whim compared to.
Mm.
Well, no, I wanted it because we kept running into teleportation circles. In all of the facilities we went to, there was always a teleportation circle. So I was like, why not? If we ever need to get a quick out somewhere. I know it's a 10-minute cast, I think,
That's
but,
still works.
you know.
And
Yes, Michelle.
Muted.
go with.
can't.
No, I'm not muted. I'm just not next to my mic. So I'm gonna go with maybe Ignatius because Ignatius has a horse and can do healing and is also strong.
Well, Fitz needs to go. Yeah. Do you have lay in hands?
Fitz,
You have lay
Fitz
in
and
hands, right?
Ignatius. Yeah,
Ignatius, Yeah.
Fitz and that's what I'm saying. Fitz is an obvious because Fitz is
Yeah.
the only one who can do teleportation circle. But I'm saying if you're gonna send someone with Fitz, because I agree Fitz shouldn't go on his own. I say Ignatius because Paladin can do lay on hands. Paladin can do
and he's strong. You can
Paladin has
carry Adam.
horse.
Yep.
And Paladin can carry
And-
Adam.
And I
And
can
to-
cure diseases if needed.
And to be fair, you can all watch
Yeah, we'll
the
keep
entire
watching
time.
in case we.
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to-
yeah, 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 yeah,
Then-
yeah.
Miss Fizz, can I borrow 50 gold worth in diamond dust?
Of course. Should like give because all her 100 bags are all divided
Yeah.
by like hundreds. So like she just has a bag and she'll just be like, just use half
if-
of it.
I'm
If
also
we-
gonna I'm reserving for this for as Fitz goes through to get the most time because it only lasts a minute. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Fitz as he goes through the
Yeah.
mirror.
If we're concerned about him possibly being hunted, then until he can get into an extra dimensional space such as this cart, I can use non-detection to make it so he can't be tracked.
Man,
And
do I have a spell scroll for this?
I
Well-
trust your judgment as a paladin.
they,
Get him
they
outta
also
there.
won't learn the location
Go.
of the tower.
What-
So
Connor, what do you mean we chose the worst time to scry on him?
If you had scried on him yesterday, he would have been safe.
Hindsight! Hindsight! We had no reason
if
to
you
do
had
it
tried-
yesterday.
And if you had scried on him tomorrow, he would have been in a hospital bed.
But yeah.
We're gonna help it.
Now he's in our hospital bed.
Fizzy. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. I understand we didn't have a reason yesterday, so I get it.
Yesterday, this was a guy that we had met once.
well, and Ignatius suggested sending instead of the mere first, but
To be fair, once
Okay.
Fizzy gets to level 13, we can cast regeneration on
It's-
him.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fitz is jumping through.
yeah, we're going through.
Okay, so it's only Fitz and Ignatius to make it clear.
But the mirror stays up, so we're gonna keep watching them
Yeah.
in case more.
Okay.
Fi-
May
Fizzy
I
has-
make a suggestion for you guys?
Mhm.
It will be wiser for you to start using the mirror on Fitz or Ignatius instead of to leave it on just Adam.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that was my plan at least. Was
Okay.
to follow
True.
Fitz.
Okay. Bringing the mirror's view onto Fitz. You guys will begin following behind Fitz and Ignatius as they are making their way towards Adam as they have jumped through the portal.
I think
And
Blues
now
is also going through if Blues fits.
the horse leaps through as well. And now you see the hellscape that this town has become. The entire coastal section of this city looks to have been reduced to ruin. It is rubble and slag. Ships that once sat in the harbor have been burned to cinders and are sitting, at best, sinking and falling into the sea. At worst, they don't even have enough structure to stand up, and they've become rubble, sitting in a harbor. The train station itself looks to be largely abandoned right now. Thankfully, it looks like maybe the train just wasn't in station at that moment in time, but the building itself still has taken damage to its structure. Everything at the front of the coast, everything before the train, after the train tracks near the coast is ruined, is damaged. It's destroyed beyond compare. Ignatius and Fitz, as you guys make your way through, you'll see that the hotel that you guys once met Detective Setsuna at, sorry, Ignatius wouldn't know this. Fitz, the hotel that you once saw Detective Setsuna at has been destroyed, smashed into, and left with maybe a story out of the 5 that were once there. The building that you found the sleeping individuals in has been destroyed. It's nothing. And this glorious 5-sided keep that had the hand pinned to it that you guys that you guys learned about, that kicked off all of this involving the stone carver, involving Hadrian. This has also been damaged, destroyed. Guards and the detectives and individuals who are there to try and help maintain the peace of this once beautiful city have been slain in the streets. Some little more than red streaks on the concrete, reduced to nothing. But more importantly for you right now, there's Adam. He is trapped below the rubble. He is terribly injured. He is effectively on death saving throws, is the best way of putting it. Fitz and Ignatius, you guys can both tell that his left arm and left leg are gone. They will need to be regenerated to be brought back, which means there's no way it's coming back anytime soon. The left side of his face looks to be in a terrible state. The eyeball has effectively boiled out of its socket from the heat that hit him.
Right.
Adam is in shambles.
Ignatius will immediately use 40 out of his 45 land hands, saving the 5 for emergency. Like, someone on death saves.
As you do so, he will be brought out of his death saves, but all he can leave and provide to you now is rasping. Horrible rasping breaths that are coming from his body. He is barely conscious from the pain that has laid him down. He's still pinned. You need to get him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Fitz will follow Ignatius's lead on which rocks to take off, and will help.
Ignatius will basically follow the procedure. Make sure that the rocks don't shift further onto him. I won't have you lift, but I'll have you hold and place some of the other rocks that might become unstable.
Don't.
Then,
In that case, Ignatius athletics checks. Fitz, you're assisting, so give him advantage. Who has the highest perception of the two of you, by the way?
I think Fitz, because my passive
Perception.
is 12.
I think my passive is what's in the parentheses beside it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perception, 16.
Cool.
Yeah.
The dragon's not gone. It's still here. It is still wreaking havoc on this town. Magreen is slowly becoming a pile of rubble, and the brass dragon that's doing it is still here. It is still looking for Adam, and you can hear it and see it. This thing's tremendous. This thing rivals the size of some buildings that you've seen, and it is blowing its way through stone buildings and towers like they're nothing.
Fitz is gonna, before all of the rocks are off about him, Fitz is starting to cast teleportation circle to the tower just to like get a start on it because it takes like
It
a
takes
minute
10
to
minutes.
cast.
It takes
Yeah,
1
it takes
minute.
a while.
It takes,
Oh, it takes
1 minute. It
Never
takes
mind.
1 minute. I just looked it
Um,
up just to be sure. I was like, I remember. It's a lot better.
Okay,
That's
that's
a
fine.
lot
That's all
better.
right.
That's a
Ignatius-
lot better.
I was like, I remember it being shorter than that as someone who used it constantly the last campaign.
So
Okay.
Ignatius is having Balus kind of be interposed between the group and the dragon, just because the dragon might ignore a group of people trying to get someone out if it can't see them. But if it sees Adam directly, then it definitely will come.
Yes, Jess.
Can we see the dragon through the mirror?
You can you are starting to see more due to the movement of Fitz. So yes, you can see the dragon. They are massive in size. Their head is almost shield-like, is the best way of describing it. Instead of having the typical horns or frills, it's got almost like this large sheet of horn-like carapace that kind of spreads out to create like this shield, really, like a triceratops. And this thing is just thick with muscle. It is a slab of flesh that is flying around and ruining everything around it.
Can I use Dressed and can't cast Ascending spell?
Sure.
I would like to contact Amador, because he's the only person in government we know outside of the Queen.
Yes. Okay. What do you want to say?
Alert Royal Army. A brass dragon is attacking Margreen.
What do you mean? What do you mean by this? There's a dragon that's attacking the entire city. It's
Second question can't. Yes, we are watching through a scrying spell. It has ripped large parts of the city apart, and it's still out rampaging.
fuck. Thank you for the alert. I'll get this going now. It's still going to take days.
So, third time, because I have 5 uses of it. Savelio is near. Get a call
Not
out to
near.
them.
It's not near enough, not for the entire army to mobilize.
Gotcha.
By the way, the dragon that you're seeing, you see that this creature is blunt-faced and boxy, almost like a pit bull is the best way of describing its head. But it is very clearly a slab of muscle, even by dragon standards. The blue dragon that you guys spotted briefly was slim, sleek, very clearly aerodynamic. This thing trundles through the skies almost like a bumblebee, but still it moves with purpose and doesn't stop when something's in the way of it. It just crashes through it, destroying structures like it's nothing else. And those beautiful glinting scales that you associate with a metallic dragon are instead tarnished. They're blunted, roughed up. They don't shine like you'd expect them to. They don't glint off the firelight that now is everywhere in Margreen. It's just all rough and corroded. Fitz. Actually, Fitz and Ignatius, to be honest with you, I would like you two to please make me some stealth saves. And I'm gonna need you to make them with disadvantage because of something else. You don't know about this, but there's a reason for this.
By the way, if it seems to be kind of guided by anything other than its sight and sense, then Ignatius is casting non-detection.
You can if you want, you can cast non-detection. That's up to you.
Because it means he can't be magically tracked.
Weird question, Connor.
Yes.
Oh.
Since I can see them, can I use the oracle number?
You cannot use magical effects through
Oh, you're right.
the
Okay,
mirror.
you're right. Never mind.
You can
Okay, so
physical objects can go through it. Magical effects can't.
Yeah,
stealth
that
check at
makes-
disadvantage,
Yes, please.
right?
Dang. Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna correct myself because I apologize because uh, Cody did unintentionally kind of hit the nail on the head with this. Non-detection would prevent what is being done here, so you can roll normally. My mistake.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have
Well-
said this, but a few things have come up in the meantime.
5 was
Nice.
still my first roll in that disadvantage, I think.
apologize.
So.
I still have to roll disadvantage
Six.
because I have heavy armor.
You are stealthy. You are
I rolled a
covered in plate now.
6.
Ooh.
We're gonna die, Ignition.
Hey, double nines.
Hey, Connor,
Yes.
can I do something stupid?
I will
Sure.
also point
No.
out that I think Sanctuary would still be up, but go on.
Sanctuary.
How long does it? It takes a minute to cast teleportation circle, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you've already started the spell.
Yep. You're 18 seconds in because you cast sending 3 times. The great thing about spells, they're an excellent way of me tracking time.
Just to keep track of this.
I only have discern your name. Creature, damn it. Well,
Help maybe.
I could do something really stupid.
I mean,
Well,
And
we
I
don't
mean-
need you dying again.
I mean, really stupid.
If you try to jump through this mirror, Fitz is gonna get mad. And I mean mad.
I also realized that with everything on fire, I do still have create, destroy, water, prepare. I could
You know what,
be
this-
helping.
No.
To be fair, this creature probably has legendary resistances. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Never mind. I will send one more sending off to Amador. There has to be teleportation circles somewhere in those 2 cities.
I can attempt to see if there are any available, but if this is a dragon like you're saying, then there's no guarantee they'll still be working.
I'm gonna ask this out of character.
Yeah.
Do you think Zandy would be of any use in this moment? He's so close.
You don't know. You don't know. It's as simple as that.
My thing is, and this is also out of character, with how Connor is describing this dragon, I don't know if sending armies is going to help.
Probably not defeat it, but someone's going to have to help clean up the mess.
Is there really no
But
like adventures group, like in action, trying to
Yeah.
roll this?
We're some famous
don't-
heroes like 30 years ago. Like, what are they up to? They
So-
probably could kill a dragon.
So here's the thing. I can show the answer to that very easily. If you look at the map, here is Ma Green, and all the way over here is
Uh-huh.
the spot that has become effectively taken over by the blue cloaks in the area.
Mhm.
God damn it. Well, they
That's a
better
very
start
easy
fucking
answer to
walking.
provide. The answer is they're not close enough.
I mean, you could always contact Sandy and just let her know what's going on.
At the very
like,
least, they might be able to help.
Because, like, to
I
be
will-
fair, that's how big is that distance there? 36
Not
miles.
far.
With the amount of fire and the amount of destruction happening,
Probably see smoke on
You-
the
Zandy
horizon.
can see it. No, Zandy
Yeah.
can 100% see it. Like actually, hold on. Let me see what distance to horizon is.
I mean, especially being on top of a
Yeah,
mountain.
keep in mind there's a tower on a mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Thornmarch right now?
Thornhurst?
Thornhurst? You
It
know.
was,
Thornhurst.
it was at the base of Zandy's tower, but we don't know if it's still there.
Mhm.
They
Yep.
might
Yeah.
have relocated again.
Hopefully not to my green.
Well, let me know if the dragon is approaching us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So to also to just provide a quick explanation, the distance in miles that one could see to the horizon increases by approximately 5 feet it increases by a mile by every 5 feet up you are. On the top of a mountain, yeah, Zandy can see all of this.
Shit.
Deos will use her last rushed incant, which means we are now at 30 seconds to send Zandy a message that just says, Brash Dragon attacking Margreen. Army too far.
I can see. I don't know what I can do. I'll try to make movement easier for the army as best I can.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I can't send that back, but Zandy's good for transportation purposes in this case.
But won't be able to do it any faster than Fitz is doing.
No, and I can't send any more messages, which means I have to wait until you two are back before I can use the mirror to contact someone.
I mean, any outside help that we get is probably going to be more like helping people trapped under rubble than actually fending off a dragon. Because once we remove Adam from the situation, the dragon doesn't have a lot of a reason to stick around.
Unless it's just
mad.
Whatever evil, true evil, neutral, no, chaotic evil.
When I send my final sending spell, I'm going to go into the room. I'm going to go into the chest, go into the tower, and start dragging it as close as I can to where our teleportation circle is.
Okay, you can do so.
And then I leave it to the two of you still doing it.
You drag the chest as close to the actual teleportation circle as possible. At this point, judging by running the numbers in your head, you're 30 seconds away from them coming in. Fitz and Ignatius, you guys are attempting to be as stealthy as possible given the circumstances. Ignatius, you're covered in plate mail and lifting heavy stones, trying to bring them off off of this guy's body. You can do it as best you can, and you're using what gear you have as levers to help heft some of these stones off of him. But even then, you recognize there's really only so much you can do in the way of being quiet. Fitz, to be honest, you're too panicked to be quiet. This is too much. You're looking at someone who you became at least acquaintances with, who is now reduced to almost a puddle of a man. He's still alive, certainly, but he's barely surviving. This is more horrific than any situation you've been in. Stealth is going out the window, slowly but surely. You're confident of that. And the dragon appears to be at least starting to circle in closer to you all. You can tell he is. You're 30 seconds away from teleportation circle being finished up. I will need another round of stealth checks, please. You do not need to roll disadvantage because the non-detection is nullifying the something that the dragon is doing.
Yeah, I'm still disadvantaged though, unfortunately. But that might play into it.
Ignatius, your noise, you can't stop it. You can't stop the clanking and clattering of the plate that you wear. That unfortunately, it protects you, but right now it's damning you. Fitz, you've managed to calm yourself enough to stop making too much noise and to huddle yourself below some rubble to try and make it a little quieter, a little less noticeable, a little less attractive for the dragon to come back over here. But you don't think that Ignatius is making this better for him. Adam's clear of the rubble. He's been dragged over to where Fitz is so that the teleportation circle can bring him away. But right now, it's just a waiting game. All you can do is wait for that portal to be finished up. 4 more turns, by the way.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
Ignatius will kind of set down his pack, still effectively being covered from sight by Baloo, so there's no direct line of sight on what he's doing. He's going to take his bedroll and kind of unravel it and stuff it in his traveler's cloak. And then set it to Baloo's, tie it, and say, quickly get him out of here, and send Baloo's off.
Oh, you're trying to use your horse like a...
Basically, making it look like there's a person that he's kind of got onto the back of Baloo's to draw off.
Okay. I will have you roll.
I was thinking probably deception or performance.
It was I was thinking the same thing. Performance or deception, whichever fits best
Right.
according in your mind.
Can I argue for help by the fact that Adam and Fitz are not visible?
So the DC is already a little bit lower just because you guys aren't visible, so you don't really need to argue that. Don't worry.
Okay.
And they're both the same modifier, so I'll do performance. And we didn't work out the exact specifics of it, but I'd like to use the ability.
What was your ability
The
again?
Moxie.
Oh,
to try
Moxie.
that.
Let me double check the exact wording that we were discussing.
This kid's got Moxie. He's got
We didn't
chutzpah.
determine if it's just hit die or hit die plus modifier.
I had to break out the nervous peanut butter.
The nervous peanut butter.
I'm nervous and I'm eating peanut butter. That's just how it is on this hell of an earth.
Pack of nerds clusters.
Where the hell is it, Cody? I don't see it.
It's not on the character sheet because we didn't finish working out the details. So
Who's stronger, by the way, Kaz or Granny?
let me.
Ignatius.
I think Kaz is. I have a +0, but I have proficiency in athletics, so it's like a +4 in total.
The heck did it?
The reason I'm asking is Darius has the lid open right beside the teleportation circle and the tower. We need someone to pull him out of the chest into our cart as quickly as possible. So who can ever get him out of there quickest needs to be by the chest.
I can do it.
Probably Kaz. If it's, I can be on standby to help, but I am watching the situation, gun at the ready, because a spell can't go through the mirror, but a bullet can.
Okay, so
I'm
I
not
will
sure
say
where
that.
it is either.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck you put it. Yeah, so we'll say that we'll do your Moxie trait, which we're trying to polish up, as you can tell. Your hit die can be used as an additive to a some kind of a charisma-based save.
I roll.
We'll have to hammer that out as well as your flaw, because I don't think we have that either.
Yeah, it's been kind of a rush with
Yeah.
a lot.
It's weird. It's almost like you died, and then we had to make a new character.
Yeah. So that
+2.
So that makes it a 19.
Yep.
We do.
Stuffing your traveler's cloak with whatever bedroll materials you have, and then tossing onto your horse. You send your horse running. You hope it buys you some time. 3 rounds, by the way. The rest of you have begun piling up near the chest. Kaz and Granny nearby, as you're 2 of the strongest people here to drag Adam's ass out of there. But Granny is also very much ready to send a shot through the mirror the moment they have the opportunity. Ignatius's plan may appear to be working if you're judging by what you're seeing here, Fitz. You see that the dragon, while certainly coming towards you, appears to be peeling off a little bit more towards Balus. And you watch as Balus is unceremoniously crushed beneath the size of this dragon, as the dragon pulls its wings in quickly and plummets and just smashes the horse into the ground. It is eviscerated. If it was a real horse, it will be a bloody red streak on the concrete. But you see that very clearly the dragon now knows that there's nothing here. There is no one on that horse. I will say that will take up 1 round. 2 rounds left. Stealth saves, please.
As that is happening, Darius is just gonna say into the earpiece, Fizzy, get ready to get some healing out.
Always ready.
Ignatius, I think we're gonna die. I think we're actually gonna die for reals.
Let's see if I have anything.
God, see, if I see this is going that bad,
There is no limit on how many people the teleportation circle can bring back. You just have to be there when it goes off.
Okay, I'm jumping
Has
through.
it-
No, don't.
Fizzy jumps through.
I'm jumping through. I'm sorry. You need sneaky and sneaky not good. You guys are. Fizzy's gonna jump through, and like the minute she hits, she's gonna look and be like, I know, I shouldn't have come through, but you guys need the help. It's really bad, and I'm casting Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Casting past without a trace, Kaz, Granny, you guys see that Fizzy has leaped through the portal. You don't have any time to stop her, and there's nothing you could do to stop her.
And also use my
Darius,
orientation numbers.
Yep. Darius, you're staying at the mirror. You're keeping an eye on all this, and you can see the brass dragon is heading their way now. Not a circle, not a loop. It isn't circling like carrion. It is coming directly at them now. It is taken its wings out and brought itself up just off the ground, just far enough to go into what is effectively a death dive straight for them. Pass Without a Trace has been cast on you guys. I would like you guys to make stealth one more time with +10. That's all you get. $23.
Attributes, stealth, disadvantage.
My 16. You're getting my 16.
Right,
26.
Ignatius, and you get a 16 for a 26.
16 would be -1, so 15 plus 10 for 25.
What did you get, Fizzy?
12. So 12 plus
That is 22.
22. Don't plus 2, so 24. I have plus 2 for
Okay.
myself.
So 23, 24, and 25.
You will hear the dragon grumbling out one loud, "Damn you." And it opens its mouth, and you hear a clicking noise from inside of its mouth. And then a gout of fire comes towards all of you.
I was gonna say, could I do something?
Oh, what do you want to do?
Could I make the argument that my disarming shot, if I aimed it at its fucking shield, could I try to, like, push its head basically 10 feet away? Like a, which probably won't work because it's
You mean
strength
like
saving
knock
throw,
its head
but like,
back? You
yeah.
mean? Sure. I will allow you to make a shot and try for for
Okay.
that. By the way, if it wasn't for that Pass Without a Trace, you'd be facing 2 attacks by the dragon, not just
Yeah.
1.
Great.
So
Well,
cool.
Fizzy's such
Fun
a
time.
do, bro.
So
I'm going to
Turning the
one
screws
proc
a
my
little bit
sharpshooter
tighter.
feet. To both do more damage and ensure that I can actually make the shot. I'm going to also proc my Channel Divinity Guided Strike to give myself a +10, so it's a net +5 to my roll. And then I'm gonna the fucking
Because if I recall correctly, sharpshooter's -5.
yes,
Guided strike is +10, so you're
Yes.
just taking a +5.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
And then I shoot
Ranged war clerics are dangerous.
And then I shoot my fucking
Yeah.
gun.
I do a shooty shoot.
No. That would be a 20.
+5 is 20.
Come on, Grandma.
Tell me it
God
hit.
damn. God damn, dude.
Can I roll
Um,
advantage? If it doesn't hit, can I argue advantage?
Let me
'cause the
talk.
roll is-
Let me
okay,
talk.
Okay.
Let me talk. You ready your firearm and you put it forward. And as you're doing so, you will hear this rich honey-like voice come from your ear, and you'll feel your hand nudge slightly to the side, and it goes, "A little more to the left, dear." And then you fire out the gun as you match his AC perfectly. AC is 20.
Feet might be what saves us. So like,
Well, it also has to save. It's a strength saving throw. To
no,
do the trick
but,
shot, but
Yeah, roll damage
Oh,
anyways.
sorry.
Wait, real quick. Michelle, did you roll Wheel of Woe today?
didn't.
Do that real quick so that way if you get
well,
Woe,
the saving throw isn't here yet. Yeah.
3.
Okay. No, but any chance we get.
So that's 13 plus 10 from the sharpshooter feat, so that's 23 damage.
You need to use sharpshooter more often, by the way. It's a
Well, I
fucking
only
awesome
just
feat.
got it!
Yeah.
We had one fight!
So you fire loose one shot with your gun through the mirror at the dragon as it's charging towards your friends, and you watch as it strikes against its shield-like head and leaves a pretty sizable divot, gouging into their flesh just a little bit. Now it's a strength saving throw, correct? It should be your proficiency plus dexterity
Yes.
as your saving throw.
Hey, remember how Con was talking about how big, meaty, and thick this dragon was?
I
Yeah, this is
know.
a fucking thick
He's
dragon.
probably gonna pass this, but it's about the message.
Yeah.
And it's about a hope and a prayer.
We're halfway
maybe-
there.
I will say comfortably, I'm pretty sure this is the strongest strength score wise I've ever put into a game.
Oh Jesus.
No,
Right,
sorry,
maybe-
no. Pathfinder's Tale still takes the
Yes,
bait, but for
Pathfinder's
D&D,
way
yes.
inflated.
I think it's a DC 15 format because it's 8 plus proficiency, which is 4, plus my dex mod, which is 3. That's what I
Yeah.
have
Gonna
written
roll-
down.
He's gonna roll a 17.
I'm gonna roll a fucking 17.
Gonna roll a 17.
Oh!
16! Oh no!
Negating that. Fuck you. I'm negating that.
What are you
4.
going for?
I got
Four?
4. Yeah. That's
So minus 4.
Yeah, minus 4.
Yeah.
Okay. You fire loose a shot, and you will watch as its head knocks forward, and this gout of hellfire comes ripping past you all by inches. If this had hit you, you understand why your friend Adam, despite his heat resistance, despite his heritage, is still reduced to what he is now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
As
and
this
with
happened,
that-
as Fitz was casting still, he kind of like put himself over top of Adam as he was casting, just in case it did hit.
and with that, the teleportation circle will finish being ready to be cast.
Can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
Fitz, do you have Muni on you?
Probably seeing as I was going into a war zone.
So Muni has seen all of this, so if there's anything weird about that dragon once he comes back, he might be able to tell us.
Good.
Okay. Also, the thing that Ignatius cast, the
Non-detection.
non-detection, well, that will prevent
It will
the dragon
prevent,
from scrying.
yeah,
All time.
any
Okay.
magical scrying. Technically speaking, once we get on another plane, i.e. the cart, that
Mhm.
should also protect, but
Well, that was my question. In the like 10 seconds that Adam is in the
Yeah.
tower, I didn't want the dragon to be like
yeah, it means
over
No.
there.
the dragon will
it'll-
have no idea, not even
Mhm.
a bearing.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
With that, the teleportation circle will finish. I will give all 3 of you one chance with disadvantage to roll perception checks on this dragon.
Okay.
This is you are trying to catch a glimpse in an
Yeah.
instant against this guy.
You said disadvantage.
Yep.
My
Yep.
my
Okay.
perception sucks. Kind of instead try to do a middle finger against it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
rolled so
Yeah.
good.
That's
Good.
beautiful.
I rolled
Actually, it's a
terribly. You
19
rolled a
and a
nine.
20.
I rolled
Connor.
terribly, so thank you.
Connor, rather than
Take
a
it.
perception check, can I attempt to cast Compelled Duel on it so that for a minute it is struggling to attack anything else and move about?
Just to fuck with it? Sure. What's the save?
It's wisdom saving though, DC
Okay.
16.
It's gonna roll an 18.
16
Damn.
match.
16 again.
You will hear it grumble out, "Insolent little shit!"
Wait, can you do another woe?
Could, because it's a different round, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
technically a different round. Do you really want to waste that?
I
What else are we gonna do?
Hey, great question. What else will you
Shut-
have to do?
Shut the hell up.
It's a
What the hell?
reaction.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. It's fine.
hopefully we're gonna make it through.
He knows
Yep.
that we're fucking with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Okay. So Fitz, you got a 25. What'd you get, Fizzy?
Not a 25. I got a 3 plus 8 and 11.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, in that
Roll.
case, Fitz, you'll be the only person who gets this information. I will message it to you. As the teleportation circle finishes, you can pull everybody through.
Yeah.
And with that, all four of you will very hastily pile into the teleportation circle, grabbing hold of one another's hands and just laying a hand on Adam. And you will feel yourself be ripped from the searing furnace-like heat that is Magreen to now the tower. Cold, stone surrounding you.
And then
Yeah,
we
it's
shove
holding
the
open.
injured man into the chest. Ah!
You all unceremoniously pile Adam into that chest as fast as possible, closing it behind him. And then Kaz, Granny, you two pull him out of the chest and are honestly shocked by how bad he looks now. Even with the healing, you could see that the damage to his body is going to last for a long time. The left side of his body is effectively ruined. He still has a very handsome face on his right side, but his left is more bone than skin and muscle. And the eye that would be present is gone. It's not in its socket anymore. It doesn't exist.
We can ask questions later. We are setting up a medical ward. Getting this guy in a
Yeah.
bed.
Also, I was slightly mistaken. Non-detection only requires 25 gold worth of diamond dust, so you, Fizzy, gets 25 back. So, make sure to mark that down.
I mean, it's
I
you
just-
can keep. I would hold on to that bag because we might need it later,
Alright.
and you have 3 more uses in there, so that's fine. Just hold on to the bag.
Okay. You guys begin making a makeshift medical room in the cart itself and setting up Adam inside of it. There's only so much your healing can do currently, and there's only so much more you could do to help him. Sure, there's still some more healing to be done, scratches, broken bones, and some burns that need to be dealt with. But there's only so much more you can do now. What's done is done. What's been lost is lost. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm assuming Adam isn't like lucid. He's basically in pain and then probably gonna pass out.
The best way of putting it, he is currently in shock. Your treatments are going to keep him alive, but he is in no way coherent. He is in no way lucid.
I'm gonna give him. I actually do have painkillers on me. I have Black Pearl.
Oh, you
still on
do?
me.
You still have it?
Yeah, I have
Good
3
memory.
uses of it. I have 3 uses of it, so I'm gonna make sure as we start healing him to pop one in to give him some relief from the amount of immeasurable pain he must be in.
Yeah. Burns are some of the most painful injuries that one could get, and you would know this. He needs whatever you can get.
I'm gonna give him the 1. And then Deus is gonna look at the room. Fitz, where's your book? The bleed one.
Fitz will run off and grab it from his room because it wasn't on him at the time.
Yep. What kind of details can you remember about that dragon?
I when we were coming through, I saw it had something in its a claw on its wing. It looked like some sort of stone or a gem, and it was bright red, and it was lodged in one of its claws. I'm not. Everything happened so fast.
Eris will cut her wrist and bleed on the book and give the description of the dragon, including the details of what Fitz just said, and seeing if he can give us anything. And I'll
How much are you giving?
I was gonna give I'm gonna go all the way down to 1 health. I'm gonna give 50.
Cool.
So I have 1 health left.
Okay. The book will begin to scrawl out some writings. And it will say cracked brass Kalthasok is assumed to be, if not one of the firstborn, then possibly one of the secondborn of the god, air quote, it quotes around god, of metallic dragons. They are what appears to be a slight deviation from the moral upstanding that is present in most metallic dragonborn, or dragons of a sort, and appears to be more dangerous than the rest, though thankfully is reclusive. Very physically strong, remaining information unknown.
Muni? I don't know if I can talk at him, Fitz.
Muni speaks aloud. Everybody can hear him.
Cracked brass.
Kalthasok.
Kalthasax.
That works.
That's Fifth Avenue.
I'm not gonna be able to say it correctly. Just gonna have to accept
Cul-de-sac.
that. Cul-de-sac.
Crack brass cul-de-sac.
She's gonna say that and go, this book says they were first or second generation brass. You would know about these. Wouldn't you?
I certainly have an idea of him, yes. By the way, I will point out, as you started talking to Muni, you didn't notice, but this section that you've seen written appears a little bit more handwritten than the rest. Like, it looks more like something that someone, like an actual, like, page out of someone's book. And there's a little sketch of what looks to be cracked brass Kalthasok. And at the bottom of the page, there is a dash, and then you can see D.E. written on the bottom.
Did you say D.E? Like dog?
D. Yep. Delta period. Echo.
Echo.
Period.
Is that the initials of Adatermini?
No, because the blood book is not Adaterminis.
No, it's
No.
the initials of Dennis Ember.
Well,
Dennis! I don't remember.
Got
Denons?
Denance
Connor,
Embray.
I mean, I have to ask
Denance
because
Embray!
even if it wasn't his book, he might have blood in it at some point to get the
It's
knowledge
fair.
he has.
That's
It's
his
fair.
grandma. This is the abbreviations of DE. I want you to know,
Dennis.
Connor, it's really rude to be mean to someone with a speech impediment. And argue
No,
with
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're gonna pull that card on me.
Right, Dennis. I think we should start calling this motherfucker Dennis.
Agree.
Really piss him off.
Hey, I need to point out you don't know anything about Denance Embray. You've never spoken to him.
That's true, but in my experience, powerful people are mean and evil
And Zach,
So
Aw.
and sexy.
Muni will keep speaking and say, I'm vaguely aware of Kalthasok, yes. It is a child of one of my siblings. The book is only partially correct. It's not second generation. He's first. That is the son of one of my siblings.
I need to cast sending. And Darius will start the 10-minute process. To cast sending to Amador, to warn the army that it is not just a brass dragon. It is
First generation,
Dragon.
like, get the fuck out of his way, brash dragon.
Gen 1 alt art.
And we
Gen
just
1 alt art.
made
Hollow.
and we just made him our enemy for life.
To be fair, don't we have a lot of enemies in this game? What's one more?
Hey, Amador, by being our friend, you are now also an arch nemesis of this really scary dragon. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, what's one more being hunting us for sport?
That is one more
Yeah.
chance to die horribly. I don't like my chances.
The odds are not in our favor.
But
Every time we gain a
Darius
new enemy that hunts us for sport, that is our odds for survival plummet.
Darius will spend the 10 minutes to call the Amador at this point.
Okay.
Wait, I don't need to do that. We have the fucking mirror.
You have the you have the mirror.
Yes.
It's true.
Darius will immediately go to the mirror and think of Amador Bayo. Bayo?
Fail.
Bayo.
Bayo.
AO is correct.
Cool, I was right.
Thinking of Amador Bayo, you see the now fairly stressed-looking older dwarf man at his desk. He's kind of rubbing his temples.
Do you want worse news?
No, I don't think I do, but I think you'll give it to me anyways.
You,
I don't really think I had a choice in the matter.
I'm gonna tell you because the army that's going needs to know that's a first generation. That is a direct child of the god dragon.
Yeah, I feel that.
So, okay. So in that case, I will pass that along. That will mean that the army will almost certainly not be trying to fight it. They'll just try to.
Full survivors.
Yes.
That's pretty much all we can hope for. If you need a teleportation circle, they're probably gonna yell at me for doing this without warning. The Wizard Zandy's tower is not far. It's maybe 40 miles. There's a teleportation circle there. I could probably get you the transcript of what it looks like.
I could work with that. That could help quite a bit.
And
like-
Darius will call to thank you, Fitz, and shove the paper through.
Like, things like Mumble have to change
You
the locks
probably-
in this place.
You probably could just call Zandy and be like, "Hey, is it alright?" Because they already were like willing
That's what
to
I'm
help.
doing next. That's what
I
I'm doing
love the
next.
idea of doing this call and giving Amador the teleportation circle, calling Zandy, seeing Amador appear in the background, and like, so somebody might be coming. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Ask Sandy first. You have unlimited uses of the mirror.
Yeah.
It will be fine.
Okay.
Well, there's enough time because it takes a minute to guess that you could ask Zandy and then call back.
When you go, make sure you're holding this when you teleport in, just in case, and it's a sign that says "Friend of Fitz." Just to make sure you don't get like immediately fireball.
I need you to understand. I'm not going to be going there
No.
myself.
Oh, that's
I'll
good.
pass this along, but I am no way going to be
A soldier.
assisting. Well, I'm not
Yeah.
anymore. I'm not going to be able to help in this. I can't provide medical attention. I know how to swing a sword. I can't do what they need here. I'll pass this along to the individuals who need the help, and please make sure that the mage knows that they're going to be coming through. But still,
Yeah, that's
you.
who we're calling next. 1 second. Hey, Fitz, remind me to circle back later. Vis-a-vis stone carver, vis-a-vis lynching.
Right.
What?
Don't worry about it. Bye.
You end the call really quickly.
Dennis is
Trying to
gonna.
say that
We
in front
we
of
should
him.
probably. I just remembered. We should probably make sure he's not one of the ones that was part of the lynching.
He's been a retired judge.
Yeah, this was also 20 plus years ago.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Sorry, I got off topic. I'm gonna call Zandy.
Using the mirror, you bring up the image of Xandy, who you can see is they're wearing their nice white clothing. They have a like a shawl that they're wearing around their shoulders, and a scarf that they have around their neck. And you see that they're very clearly on some kind of a balcony looking out, and they'll kind of snap their eyes towards you. What the hell is going on?
Would you like the good
What's
news?
happening?
Okay, warning, I did give you a teleportation circle, so that way they could start bringing reinforcements through, because your circle is the closest one that might be intact to Margarine.
Don't make a habit of that, but fine.
It's just once, I promise. This is an emergency. 2, what do you know about cracked brass Cather?
Obsec.
Kalthasak.
Ballsack.
Give me a moment. And they'll start kind of flipping through a few books they have. Cracked brass, Kalthasak. First or second generation, born from the god of dragons, Navalum. They are dangerous, to put it politely.
Well, first, you can update your book to say first generation. Sorry, we just got informed by an old dragon. That's what's attacking that city. If you could do any more digging.
Well,
It had a red uncut gem clutched in its hand. If you know anything about that.
Yes.
a red uncut gem? How large? Out of curiosity.
It was.
You'd say grapefruit. Grapefruit size, really.
Grapefruit. Just looks smaller 'cause big hand, but.
It's that is quite a large gem.
There was something else. It was using some sort of magic to find its target. It didn't seem to be able to precisely pinpoint the location, otherwise it would have gone there immediately. But it seemed to at least know the general location.
Give me a second. I think I know what that is.
Oh, see, this is why we call the other wizard
The gem part is it's confusing, but it's not impossible that this could be it. It sounds very familiar to See, they flip through another notebook that they had. This one looks to be handwritten, like it was made by somebody else and passed over to them. I think I know what that is. It's not good though. Do you know what a bloodstone is? It's a term used for magic items, or a magical item that is it's a very large diamond. You soak it in one's own blood, and you use it to find your progeny, your children. Ordinarily, it's old records had it to be a way of nobles trying to find children who are lost or injured or may have been casualties of war, and they look out over the destruction of Magreen. I think that means something very different in this context.
Well, good news. We have taken the thing it's looking for out of the city.
Oh no.
You can't track it in a pocket dimension. Right?
Right?
Don't put it past someone like Arkbrass. Someone like that, if they really want to find someone, they'll find someone eventually. It may take years, it may take decades, it may take centuries, it doesn't matter. Eventually, they will find them. Judging by the destruction they've been willing to put forward onto Ma Green, I don't think anything else will stand in its way. At the very least, certainly not the cart that you're driving around in.
What about an extra dimensional space inside of an extra dimensional space?
Well, first you'd have to do that without causing it to implode. But if you could do that could help quite a bit.
We have done that. We have a bag of holding in this cart.
There's no
Maybe.
air in the bag of holding.
But Deus holds up the necklace that doesn't require you to breathe.
Oh. You're going to force Adam to live in a bag of holding?
For what? The
If
rest
we-
of his life?
No, I'm saying if it comes down to it and we need to hide him
We
temporarily.
need to hide.
He,
Okay.
he should be fine in the cart for the moment. But if we find out this dragon can track it in the cart, we'll have to go deeper.
You see that Zandy is very clearly doing some very fast math in their head.
Instant memes.
There was no wizard in your group,
This is the closest to a wizard, pointing at
which means
Fitz.
the only way you are able to get from your carts to Magreen was with Fitz.
If it's had a well,
Fitz, were you the only one there that the dragon may have seen?
Yeah.
The dragon saw me as well. It might have also seen Fizzy.
You can hide him inside of a bag of holding all you want. All you'll be doing is delivering him like a present. The moment he finds one of you three, then he'll know where Adam is.
We couldn't just leave him.
I know
we
you
knew
can.
he was there and there was a way to get there, and I got there and I teleported him out because that's the only thing any of us could do.
I know you can't just leave him there. But
dragon
this is
wouldn't
much
have
more.
stopped.
This is much more complicated than just stuffing him in a bag of holding and crossing your fingers.
Could this dragon, do you think, get into the Underdark?
Brass dragon can burrow. Yes.
Can
How far do you
teleport to
think it-
planes?
I don't think so. Granted, one day maybe you would figure out a way to do so. Find a wizard who would be willing to work with it, or a wizard who it would be willing to force to work with it. You want my honest opinion?
No,
Kill the
but you're
damn
gonna
thing.
give it. Do you think if we could, we would?
I
We're
know
not
that.
We're not
I
that
kn-
strong.
I know that you would if you could. But if you could find a way to sneak up on it, poison it, curse it, do something to ruin its day, and then kill it, that would be your best option. The best option here winds up with it dead. Anything else, they'll be painting a target on your back for the rest of I don't know how long.
Visiting is an option. Between you and me?
Give me a second. And Deus is going to go into her notes. Do you know what brass dragons are resistant to?
Fire.
Fire, clearly. Anything else?
Not really, no. Because they can put things to sleep.
So necrotic would work. Radiant, psychic, poison.
Bear in mind, if this is a firstborn of Novalum, assume that radiant damage will also be resisted in some way. Yes?
You said you're only a sword right now. Your actual body is somewhere.
Yes, I am.
Would you give scales?
I don't think I know you that well, but
Give
why
it
are you
scales.
asking?
Because I know. And Darius is gonna go. I've heard rumors. I've never had my hands on it clearly because of how rare it is, but you're adjacent to this, so I imagine it could work. Ancient emerald dragons, scales, or gifts can be used. I don't know what gifts means. Again, this is all rumors that was passed on to me by my mentor. They were really bad at explaining things. It can be used to create a very strong and dangerous poison. So you are a gym dragon. An emerald dragon is a gym dragon. It's safe to reason that theoretically I could use it in a similar manner. It wouldn't be fire based since, well, you are a dragon, but you're an opalescent. I assume your magical essence would do something different. But then we'd need a really strong reagent. Unfortunately, the strongest one I know of is horrific, which is brainstem harvested from a sorcerer. So we'd need to find a recently dead sorcerer whose brain was still intact enough that we could go in and reach and take. But if we had both, or something equivalent to one of your scales, something that strong, other things I can think of, like I said, dragons are pretty common, purple worms, kidneys.
The recently dead sorcerer might not be as much of an issue if there were sorcerers in the city. Ones that were simply killed by rubble.
We just need the brainstem.
I think it
You
might
just-
be a little rude.
You just need to go into a city that at best still has a dragon,
I think it.
at worst still has a dragon, at best just has a dragon in it.
There are other cities where people die every day.
They're people. They have families that would rather you not harvest their sons, their daughters, their brothers, their mothers' brainstem.
What do you suggest?
I don't know, but not that.
You
I love.
I mean, we can maybe find one that their family is okay with us harvesting.
There's a couple others, but I can't use them. A couple others I can think of. Ice heap. That's a natural plant.
Find that.
Really hard to find. It's really hard to find. It's only found in cold environments. Beholders, of course. But again, we'd have to find a beholder. And it's not
And
as strong
then
as the
kill it.
sorcerer. Yeah, and it's not as strong as the brainstem, unfortunately. Sorcerer body parts are weirdly powerful.
They're also very expensive if you want to buy it. You could buy an estate for how much it costs for some of this stuff. But in all honesty, you may have a better bet trying to hunt down a beholder and dealing with the fact that they may not be as potent. Ice heap, good luck. Ice heap only sprouts specific times of day in cold environments. Oh, and good luck, it looks the exact same as grass. You're not going to see it as easily.
Or sorcerer
Dang.
bugs.
but locate object could work.
Yeah.
Allergic.
But we use the mirror. Show me ice heap. I hop in, grab it, teleport back.
We're broken.
Do you know how last campaign, Rose abilities were broken? This mirror is broken.
You've
Yeah, yeah.
Also, out of character question, what town is Vera in?
Elbadil.
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 Also, thank God.
She's safe.
Yeah.
One thing. Do you guys remember which town Detective Satsuna was in?
He was in
He-
Migraine. He's in Cirvazello.
He lives in Sir Rosello.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just north.
Thank God.
So hopefully
I
it wasn't
see. I see beholders. That's for just some of the reagents to make it stronger. which if we go down a level and take something like Ice Heap or Beholder, we're going to need something that is the strongest form of the effect type of thing. Blood of a Solar, if you can find a angelic being willing to give its blood.
You will hear a very dry ha come from the mirror as Zandy is still there, and you say that, and Zandy just laughs.
This is my plan, Zandy go, shut up, I'm trying to remember things I learned 60 years ago. Actually,
sorry.
longer than that.
Would you like to find a lich?
I mean, to be fair, a demi-lich's skull would work.
I know.
To find one.
Frostworms, cloud giants.
None of these
Sounds
sound
so easy.
much easier to kill than a dragon.
They're not.
Well, they're not. That's the problem. That's why I asked Muni if he would give scales, because that is the only other solution I can think of. Or if you want to find a fucking whatever blue Abishai is.
The hell is a blue Abishai?
It's a type of fiend that another of the dragon gods is responsible for.
Well,
I
The last
believe
one I could-
it's specifically a follower of Tiamat.
Not Tiamat in this game.
Not
No.
Tiamat,
It's
whatever.
Zavara actually.
Zavara.
and Deus go, do you want the last one I can remember? Do you guys want to find a Nightwalker?
What is a Nightwalker?
You'd really make a very nasty joke right now, but I'm gonna withhold myself.
God, I have a
Nice.
question.
Yes.
I'm curious of what Theon thinks in terms of what she's been hearing. Obviously, she can't talk because she's still kept secret. It's just like, what does she think in terms of what to do with this situation?
She's in your brain like the dark urge going blood, blood, blood,
Brain, brain, brain,
bread, 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 bread.
Chance to kill a first generation dragon? She's probably like so excited right now.
You know, I realize all your friends may not like the idea of this, but heading into Magreen and finding a dead sorcerer may not be a bad idea.
In her thought, she's telling Theon, "I think there's a dead sorcerer right now in Magreen."
It's a fairly decent-sized city from what I saw from the mirror. I mean, it only stands to reason that at least one person there may have some kind of a sorcerer's bloodline there. Maybe they're not the strongest, maybe they're not the most powerful, but sorcerer's a sorcerer. They work the same.
If
It's
we were
that,
able to go,
or we go beholder hunting.
if we go down a level, well, we go out of character to remind
Kaz.
Kaz out of character, Ice Heap is the same kind of option as the Beholder. They work the same way.
Shush, the voice in her head doesn't care about that.
If we go down a level in strength, or if we go up it in morally, some of you wouldn't like the sorcerer's things, I know, but in theory that means we could go down a level on the effect thing. Things like Storm Giant's Brew, Vampire Teeth, which I currently have as a poison on me right now. I do have Vampire's Teeth, but my reagent is too weak. I
There
could
is-
potentially...
There is.
Hmm?
It might be a little fucked up that what if a sorcerer did die in Magreen?
I'd say we should probably, if the dragon clears out, actually locate such a person and then ask the family. You would be surprised how many people would readily acquiesce to such a thing if it meant getting revenge on whatever killed that child.
Also not a bad point. And that would give us a reagent for making it stronger, or we could do the Ice Heap if we can't find a sorcerer. That still
Can't we-
leaves the actual effect.
Say, can't we do? Oh, I was gonna say, never mind. I don't know.
Regardless, we need We need strong things if we're gonna make something strong enough to knock it out.
Even then, and this is Muni speaking, that means you will still need to come to my island in order to retrieve a scale from me. Now, I may be willing to assist you as my disciple. The first one I've taken in a very long time is one of your friends. That's fair. But you need to bear in mind, to do such a thing will be very much frowned upon by my siblings, who are still alive.
I'm getting the weirdest sense of deja vu right now. I don't know why. This is a mature
If
thing.
you're
I
s-
don't know what's happening, but I just got this weird. Okay.
If your siblings are still alive and they know their children is doing such, it would be a grave disservice to humanity. Some of the few that are still the majority, the living, that live on this plane. I don't think it would look good in the optics to find out that they're okay with their children doing this. Just to kill one person. In fact, I would argue that would cause a lot of problems across both sides.
You need to understand, they operate more like deities than I do. I think like a large dragon. They behave like deities who were dragons, which is to say, they still have the opinion of look, don't touch. Sure, they may have their people act in their place, they may have agents, but they will never descend and act as I would.
Then could you put us in contact with one of your emerald-scaled children? They might be willing to work out some sort of agreement or exchange.
Well, the
No.
reason I was hesitant on Emerald Dragons is because their damage is fire.
I can't do that either, unfortunately. It would be easier for you to come to me.
Well, we were gonna come to you anyway. Eventually.
I'm trying to think of other things that we
Maybe-
can use
do-
beyond your scales.
Also, need to bring up something that none of you are going to enjoy hearing. You have another problem at your disposal right now. These people who are responsible for this issue won't be able to ignore this attack on them by a dragon. They will have to stop and pay attention to it. If you also stop and pay attention to it, then that means that at best, you just have a pause in what they've done. You have a pause in their plans. If you ignore the dragon, though, and leave it for them to worry about, you can use it to kill them.
I also wasn't suggesting we go to you now, because we have some other urgent business.
We
But-
still need to rescue Shay, which
Yeah.
is still gonna be an issue.
Yeah, we should go get this Shay first. If the dragon does have a means of tracking us, then, or at least getting close to us, then perhaps it might cause a confrontation between it and the other blue dragon that you were speaking of, that we saw in the mirror. If not, it will still take some time for it to actually locate one of us specifically, as we are not one of its descendants.
I will make this blunt. You can turn your back on one of your problems right now. But whichever one you turn your back on, it will become stronger.
Hey, Fitz.
Hmm.
Did you make teleportation circle into a spell scroll?
I'm sure if I took the time.
I know of one other thing that can be used that's strong that would let us not have to go after Muni's body right now. But it's going to require someone going through the mirror and being very quick. to get out. And the best way to get out would be a teleportation circle, and it's risky. But it would save us the time, and we could put our focus on what needs to be focused on.
And let me do it.
Have you ever heard of a spectral dragon?
A spectral dragon? No, I haven't.
This is foolish.
That was turning our back on every other problem we have right now. We gotta come up with something. Spectral dragons are... the ectoplasm's technically 4 potions of invincibility.
I don't want to make a spell scroll if I'm just sending Kaz to do something that technically my patron and my god and my very good friend Muni says is foolish.
It's foolish because it's dangerous.
I think
Everything about what you're doing right now is dangerous.
I think we need to order our importance here, because if we get distracted by this dragon, because I hate to admit this, but with Adam in the other room, but if we ignore the Stonehearts and other people who have been gathering these vampire parts, that could mean the end of Ekes, if not the world. If we ignore this dragon for a little bit, he might raise a village or two, but he's gonna be looking for us for a little while, and until he finds us, we can focus on other things, and we can try to prepare with these poisons, but I don't know, I think we can't get too distracted. Go on.
What if we manage to take more of the parts quicker than they think?
You mean like hop in, teleportation circle, hop out?
Yes.
Grab and run.
We need to grab, run, and then open it up on another plane temporarily, maybe? I don't know.
There is a potential obstacle to the dragon, which is eventually the queen you spoke of is going to effectively make all of you known in the papers. However, we can maybe rely on this dragon being so proud of itself that it's not going to assume a humanoid form and be paying attention to such things, which might keep any news reports about your group from it for some time. But knowing where all of you live, or at least names, would give it a much stronger ability to scry.
I don't believe in no-win scenarios. We just need to think.
And with that, we will leave off for today's session. Thank you all so very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you very much to my players. I hope you guys enjoyed the game.
Oh no.
I think his computer. Oh no! Wait. Are you back?
What?
You froze.
You froze for a
What?
second.
Oh, I did?
You both
no!
froze.
Oh no! You guys didn't
We had
freeze
a-
in land.
Must have had an internet blip. Well, did you hear me at least say that we were gonna end the stream there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
and then everything after that got cut.
Oh, good. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please pass the word around. Tell your friends. We stream regularly Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. We may pick up some more days, but we will see. Let's see. Wednesday's gonna be probably Banjo-Kazooie, because that seems like it'll be a fun game to play on stream, and I've never done it. And Friday, maybe Fortnite, maybe some other group game. Saturday, back to D&D. But with all that said, we need to wrap up for tonight. Everybody say bye, stream.
Bye stream.
Bye.
Shame.
I
Bye
stream.
stream.